I mean,
Let's get
stream
it.
is live.
Oh yeah, we in there. Let's go live right there. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, we are tapped in. We are tapped in. We are live. It is up. Beautiful thing. Oh yeah, my brother is in the building today. We're gonna have a wonderful, wonderful show. Super, super pumped, super ecstatic. There the homie go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Oh
we
yeah,
live, loved one.
we here, B.
Yes,
Come on,
sir.
man.
Come on, loved
Yo,
one.
I want to start off by saying thank you for having me on your show, B.
Oh, that's light work, family. You know how we
You
pay this thing
already.
forward. Absolutely. You already laid the groundwork. You been did that. You feel me? Absolutely. You know what? Let me see. Make sure that we connected. We connected everywhere.
uh,
It's not. It should be up now. Check it out. Yeah, it's up there. My cousin Kate just commented. Duke, what's up, loved one? That's on the gram. Huh?
worldwide, worldwide.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we in it. You check it. We on there. My cousin just commented on the gram. Yeah, we in there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so we locked in. Oh man. Oh man, such a beautiful thing. First and foremost, before we even get started, I got to do my intro because it's only correct and it's only right. So I got a little intro to where I feel I want to, put the energy in the right place and set the mood and set the tempo. You dig? So we're gonna start us off like this, right? When it comes to someone that is multi-diverse, a real master of two crafts, the art of storytelling and running fades. He's been on the cutting edge of the culture, live from the barbershop, as you see right now. His chair has been the forefront, the front seat of the streets and the industry, from the classical eras of hip hop and now transcending through the melodies of today. Without further ado, I am proud to introduce to you my big brother, Ang Bang,
Come
aka
out.
Money, aka Dumbow.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we here, baby.
Come on, little
Yo, that
one.
was a dope intro, son. I appreciate it, son.
Light work, family. I swear. So many conversations around surrounded us. When I said that you was coming up here, and everybody was
Uh,
like, "The homie, what?" I ain't talked to the guard in a minute. Blah 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 blah. So many conversations surrounded you, and it's just a testament to your character and who you are as a person. So I just really, really want to commend you and thank you for coming up on the platform, showing that love very early on, because this
yeah.
very early on for me stepping into this realm, and you giving me the opportunity of saying, you know what, let me shed some light on my little bro, and I
Mhm.
appreciate you for that, King. Absolutely, man. How you feeling today? Before we get into the,
I'm
the
feeling
nitty gritty.
good, man. I'm feeling good. Got
Yes
my
sir. Oh
brothers
yeah.
around me. The Knicks lost yesterday, but hey, man, you take it
Uh,
on the chin, so
Absolutely. We got to
you
come
give
back from
and
that
take.
one.
So we
Absolutely.
gonna give some.
That's mandatory. We got to do
I
that.
mean,
Come on, family. That was a heartbreaking loss. But like you said, we got to fight our way up out of that. It's like we were doing great the whole game. I think the discipline factors in a lot, because
mhm.
even when they were up, controlling the lead, it seemed like you let it go in disarray by small disciplinary things, the fundamentals, controlling the ball, controlling the turnovers,
Dumbass turnovers.
rebounding, that those things don't work, man. And we learn that throughout our lives. It could be the
Mhm.
smallest thing that deters from the path that we need to go on. You feel me?
Mhm.
I take all those things as teachable moments. When I see errors like that, or when people progressing, or people just doing their thing in life, I study the movements of other people, and I watch the decision making, because that's the really
Mhm.
thing. That's the thing that really builds curiosity around me in general. I'm a very, very curious person, and I love
Mhm.
to look at people and say, you know what? If I were to be in their shoes, would I make the same decisions? Would I follow the same path? Or if I was in that position, would I make the same sound decision, or would I not? And I always juggle with that, because it just gives me some level of direction when it comes to my own decision making in my own life. And that's some of the things that I implement. I talk about you surrounding, like, your legacy and the path that you just constantly creating. That's what I look at, the decision making that you make, and I'm like, okay, my brother making power moves here. oh man, another power move over here. And those are the
Mhm.
things that give me the, the insight to say, there's no time limit on greatness.
Yeah,
You can't put no limit on that. You feel me?
because a lot of dudes made it past their 40s.
Come on, family.
Know what I mean? A lot of dudes
Yup.
made it past their 40s, so it ain't never over.
Never over. Never over. And you
Never
you you
over.
you're the testament to that. In the sense of like got your youth,
Hmm.
progressive in so many areas of your life. We know that you have shortcomings. We all have them. We deal
Yeah,
with life in general, and to see you always do it with a smile on your face is a
yeah,
profound thing. That's the real key,
everything.
family. You dig?
When I'm sad, I'm happy. When I'm happy, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of that shit, I hide it inside, B. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
mm.
Like, I don't sit and harp and tell motherfuckers bad shit. Like, yo, this, that, and the third. Man, I don't want to hear that shit.
Nobody got a time for
No, I
that.
don't even want to hear that shit.
Not at all. Cause that energy rubs off, man. We don't need that bad energy around sobbing. Nah,
Yeah.
we don't need that around us. We need
I say,
progression.
wipe your boots off and keep walking, nigga.
Keep walking.
Yeah.
Wipe the boots off. Keep it pushing.
Keep
Yo,
it pushing, son.
I want to take us to I want to take us back, right? Because
Uh-huh.
there are a lot of time periods to where the people that came in contact with you at various times, you made a profound impact on. I know the people from the town, from Glen Cove,
Hmm.
where you at right now, Suffolk, from money earning Mount Vernon. I want you to
Yeah.
take us back to the money earning stages of your life. This is very early on. Give me can
Yeah.
you depict how that looked like from the young Eng Bang?
Um, it was crazy because, like, growing up out there, it gives you like a certain chip on your shoulder. Cause
Mm,
Mount Vernon is where it's at, 4 square miles. You know what I'm saying? So like you got Bronx and like Brooklyn, Queens, like those are like major names. You
absolutely
know what I'm saying? As far as place.
correct.
But then you come to Mount Vernon, I kind of be feeling like motherfuckers gonna do something worse to you because they feel like, yo, this shit is like it's in the cut.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So I seen a lot of dumb shit.
Absolutely.
Pimps, seen it turn into crack. You know what
Wow.
I'm saying? Where people were good and you see it turn bad. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
for me,
It
that
was
was good. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because it showed me how to move around. You know what I mean? How to
Mm,
how to see shit a mile away. So I kind of sense on bullshit quick. When a motherfucker be
absolutely.
talking too much, like I'm already like, oh, this nigga lying like a motherfucker. Like I
Correct.
see bullshit a mile away,
Mile away.
and Mount Vernon gave me that.
So it gave you the sharpness on your intuition when you come to okay decisiveness. I'm able to make that sound quick, um um not irrational but rational decisions in the instance. You're able to
Yeah.
make quick judgments, and that's a
Hmm.
key because I've learned that when it comes to um the places and environments that we be in. A lot of times you go to unfamiliar territory and you don't know what's going on around you. You gotta adapt quick. And what that sounds like to me is that you have the adaptability to be at different places at various times and be able just to, be like the fly on the wall, be able to observe and adapt when it's
Yeah.
necessary. And that's what I because it's not that's not far fetched because like I said when I've seen how I seen the impact you made on our community first and foremost. We'll get there, but it seems like everywhere you go is like your home. Wherever you lay your hat is your home,
My home.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and that's that's a unique skill set. And I was talking about that earlier before we came on about having uh um that ability, that skill set to just being able to adapt. And that's a skill that I know that can be learned. And you grew up in an environment where it warranted that because there were people that were one type of personnel in one light, and then when the lights go out and it get dark outside, they become a different person. And like the
Yeah.
night walkers, they would say. So you
Yeah.
see, like you said, pimps, hustling, street, a lot of street activity, violence, all of these things playing on our community, and you
It all
being
comes together and turns into one sphere. So if you just gonna let a nigga shake your head like dice, you know what I'm saying? Who the dummy at the end of the day? You know what I'm
true
saying?
indeed,
I'm never
absolutely,
gonna be the dummy. That's why I peep that shit quick. I
mile
might
away,
walk into a park and you like, oh nah, this shit about to get crazy, son. Let's get up out of here. You'll
Yeah.
pull off and niggas like, yo, these niggas start just shooting.
Yep.
Like a lot of shit you pick up on it. You pick up
Absolutely.
on problems, pick up on beef. Nah, why you want party here? Let's go.
Absolutely. You know what's funny? When you say that too, it makes me think about the energy. Sometimes when you know it's an environment, the energy get thick in there. You start to feel like you start to feel the tension. You start like there'll be people in there, maybe it be a party environment, people dancing, laughing, and enjoying themselves, and then slowly but surely you start seeing people faces change from party activity to more alertness. You start to
Now
hear the
niggas hats is
yeah,
way down
hat
here.
low.
Niggas
Absolutely.
bitches up here. You like, oh nah,
Yeah, the
nigga.
tension too thick. The tension is way
I'm
too
gonna
thick in
go.
here. I got to go. Those are
I'm
survival
gonna go.
skills. Those are
Doing a
survival
lot of this
skills.
stupid shit.
Yeah,
You're like, oh nah, nigga.
gotta go. I can't even tell you how many times we got into it seemed like every time we went, just from us being from a small community, right? England Cove per se.
Mm-hmm.
I know that that same thing of having that chip on the shoulder of wanting to prove to other people from different boroughs, from different blocks that had more people per se. I remember we always would get in fights. We go to Lower East Side, Lower Manhattan, getting in fights. We go up to Harlem, getting in fights. We go into the Bronx, over there by University, over there where the old what's that joint called? Uh 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 University, over there by University. Go up the Little Hill. What's the name of that club? But anyway, used to go over there, exit. Used to be so many other spots, and we always got into situations because we always felt like, okay, we were the eyeballs. We didn't have as strength in numbers, and we always felt that thing where we needed to want to prove ourselves. And since we are a small town, when you said about Mount Vernon, it's 4,000 square miles, correct?
Four.
Four,
You
yeah,
put a
four,
thousand on it. Damn, that shit. Nah, that shit
yeah,
on the phone.
four. Man,
4 square
Jesus,
miles. That shit small.
that's small, that's tight. So I can
But
imagine.
they call it shit Murderville. I never liked that. You know what I'm saying? Cause
Mm,
my brother was the victim of some of that bullshit. But yeah, they call it shit Murderville. You know what I'm saying? A
yeah,
lot of niggas, a lot of niggas went through a lot of bullshit, man.
yeah,
Good and bad. You know what I'm saying? Either
absolutely.
get locked up or or tasting that shit.
Correct.
You know what I
When
mean?
when you,
So
I'm listening.
that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
When for people that don't know, do you want to expound on your brother's situation or not really?
Yeah, I talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Only reason being because the reason why I say this is because we see the celebration when it comes to the birthdays, and we say, "Oh,
Hmm.
my brother," and you
Hmm.
acknowledge knowledge, and you do these things,
Yeah.
and people may not know the sentiment behind it. They don't know where about. They don't may not know nothing about it, and I know that's very very personal to you because that's your brother.
Hmm.
But for
Yeah.
people that don't know, I just want them to give them some context to what's that
My
in
brother,
general.
like me, I got two older brothers. We
Mm-hmm.
all 5 years apart. You know what I'm saying? My oldest brother, he went to the army quick.
Mm,
Like he was getting into a lot of bullshit. So my mother sent him to the army. My brother Ron, he was more like a father to me because I never met my real dad. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
We moved from the Bronx to Mount Vernon when I was 4. And I met my boy Chala, Weedy, guys like that. Still tight friends, you know what I'm saying?
correct.
But Tucson, like my brother would talk to all of us like a grown man. But my brother is weird to me. All the shit that he taught me in a small span of time. So it was for me, I look at it like God gave me a gift.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Because all the stuff that he put into me, I still run in my life.
Mm,
So he was gone longer than he was here. For me, I'm 52.
correct.
I was 12, like 12 when he passed. You know what I'm saying? That was around Christmas time.
Yeah.
And that Jamel piece I used to have, I got a cut with diamonds. He gave me that. Like
Wow.
I had diamond pinky rings. You know what I'm saying? Ride around the hood, mopeds and dirt bikes and shit. Like
Yeah.
he just taught me so much how to be a dude and would taught me how to move and shit like that, how to see shit.
Correct.
Cause me, I'm not my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Absolutely
more
not.
of a kind hearted person. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? My brother was
temperament.
Yeah, had a temper, so it's just different. So I miss him so much. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could have grew up with him. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? But God gave me a gift, and you know what I'm saying that's how I look at it. So he
Right.
is. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah, it's important. I wanted you to share that because a lot of times when we say father figures, we grew up in some of these households where the daddies wasn't around, and we know that
Hmm.
we have great fathers that like you being one of them, father of four,
Hmm.
you being a great father. Um, we know that there are great fathers out there, and we get this bad stigma in our communities that the daddies ain't shit, they ain't shit, they ain't this, they ain't that. And I sit back and I listen to what does that portray us as black men in our own communities and to the outside people that's looking in about the responsibility factor. If you say, okay, the male figure is absent, that means that okay, they may be strung out on drugs, they addicted to the street life or deadbeat. And I feel like that give us a disadvantage when it comes to what we represent in society. Even though at
Yeah.
heart we know who we are as men and we know the strength that we have to carry because we know we fight against ourselves, we fight against the system, we fight against other people. And it's like when you don't have that unity as a brotherhood, as men, the fight is even it's tougher because you got people in your own community that look at you as the enemy. I was experiencing something similar to this when I was walking past some of the young guards. Right, I was going to work and I'm walking about. And I gave this story the other day. Well, I gave this a few times. And the young man is walking me on the same side of the sidewalk. And normally, the people on the right walk to the right. Everybody normally walks to the right side, no matter what direction you're going in, similar to the traffic. But for some reason, me and the young guard are walking like straight on. We wasn't moving, etc. And I could tell just by his walk and the diddy bop, mine included, and I had to catch myself because I'm like, yo, this is a young man. I'm in my 30s, and I'm looking at a teenager as if I'm sizing him up, and vice versa, not knowing how he looking at me. So then when we got a little bit closer, I kind of broke the ice, and I was like, fam, it ain't that serious. I said, it's number love. And he looked at me and he put a smile on his face. And I said, it's all good, family. And then we pieced up and just kept it pushing. And I'm like, how many times that type of conversation never happened, or it goes to the stairs, and before you know it, somebody drawing down on somebody, or somebody getting hurt in the, or words get exchanged, and then it's another thing. So when we're talking about like manhood and having father figures around, I know that's very very important because, like you said, like your brother being that father figure, had not he instilled some of those morals and principles within you, how would your life like had turned out? Or when it comes to decision making, I know that would affect it because I know the mother does a lot of the nurturing. The mothers in the household normally nurture the children. They do what they can, sometimes 2 3 jobs, just making sure that you got a bed to come home to at night, loving you unconditionally. We know how that looks like when it comes from the mother. But a lot of times in a household you need two parents. You need the mother and you need the father because they got different teachings that will allow you to go out there and navigate through this world. So when you said that about your brother and he represented that as a father figure, I know how important that is because a lot of times some of the decisions I made in my life, not having that other ear and telling me what to do or not to do in particular situations, it let me down. Uh, it let me in compromising positions and let me down the wrong road, prison, etc. Even tarnished relationships and being sometimes emotional, not being able to control myself under certain conditions because I feel like everybody's posing a threat to me and not knowing just how to read the area, read the room, knowing how to control, have emotional intelligence, learn how to control that. So I just want to give you kudos to that in a sense of being aware of that at 12 years old and your brother, like you said, having a short stint and being so different from him in the sense of uh, uh, looking up to him as a father, even though he's your brother, but also the demeanor. Your brother, which is one on go. That's just how he carried himself because daddy not around. I'm the man of the household. So it's only right for me to go out there and make sure that my brother's taken care of, mom taking care of the people I'm around. So I commend him on that rest in power. Just because I know what he represented to you in your life, and I know his legacy will continuously live on because you make sure. You feel me?
It's crazy because like it means so much to me. Like my kids, they never met him. but they
Correct.
know him like he live around the corner. You know what I'm saying? So I always
Absolutely.
tell my kids about him. Me and my mom would always talk about him. My dad, you know what I'm saying? My what's crazy is my dad that everybody knows that's it's not uh, I don't like
Biological.
to talk like that. It's not the guy that made me.
Correct.
You know what I'm
Correct.
saying?
Correct.
Like
Correct.
I didn't come out his
Absolutely.
nuts. But he raised me like I was his own son. And it's so weird that like a lot of his friends would be like, yo, you look just like your dad and I remember when you came home and stuff like that.
Correct.
These stories never happened,
Yep.
but they feel like they happened because me and him was so tight. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Me and my dad was like super tight. We
Mm-hmm.
talk about everything.
Yeah.
He told me a story about my brother when I was a grown man.
Correct.
Cause he was like, yo, I couldn't tell you this story when you were younger because your brother has so much influence on you. And
Mm.
I know if I told you that, you would look at me different. But
Ah.
he's like, yo, your brother used to be like, yo, I ain't feeling you around here. And yo, what make you think you get with my mom?
Yeah. 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 Absolutely.
And
I
nigga,
dig
what are
it.
you talking about, nigga? That's your mother, nigga. Like, you ain't married to her. So they
Yo,
got it to
territorial.
it. And, they fixed it up. That was good. They cleaned that up. But
Yeah.
I heard a lot of that. Like I was in Mr. Schwartz class. That's when
Mm.
I was in sixth grade.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the day school started, I come into class and he's like, Jamel, you talk to you outside real quick. I'm like, all right, what up? Everybody like, ooh. Yo, he get me outside and grabbed my shirt and was like, yo, we ain't gonna have none of that bullshit here. And I'm like,
Mm.
what you talking about? And my reaction was he let me go and was like, oh, you're nothing like your brother. He said, I'm sorry. So he must have picked up on it. He's like, he let me go. Like, oh,
Hold up. Hold up. He said this is a different energy. It's a different energy. It's a calmer energy. Man, I tell you, some of those things,
word.
man, make you smile. It make you smile.
Yeah.
It's a reflection of a strong character and
Yep.
identity. And those are the things. No matter. A lot of times, I heard things where a lot of people, if you walked in those people's shoes, you would do exactly what they have done. And a lot of times, we don't know what transpired in people's lives that led them down the roads to make the decisions that they made. And I always think about that because it's like, okay, if I was somebody that went, if I were if I was in a situation where I was just outcasted, I know I will react different than I do now. I know that I was surrounded around nothing but love. I know my mother loved me to the wheels fall off. And I know I'm surrounded by family members, cousins, aunts, or whatever. I know that I'm surrounded around love all day. So me having a neglect of not feeling love, I don't know what that's like. But I can only imagine if somebody are in there, if they dealt with neglect and they dealt with being an outcast and ostracized. It makes me think about, okay, the decisions that they make. I may question it and I'm like, well, why they doing this? But also I gotta remember, I don't know what path they were led down to make them make the decisions that they make. And not
Yeah.
justifying it, but having an understanding, having high levels of empathy for it and saying, you know what? Hey, maybe if I was in that position, I possibly may be doing the same thing. And it just makes me think about those things along our journey. Even though we have the power to change and letting people know around us that we can change for the better. And you are a testament to that. And I want to constantly interject that, family, because even we put a post up the other day and Yosh commented. He said, yo, man, I remember he used to cash me out and pay me to sweep the floor. And
Yeah.
right before he said that, the day before that, I told you the same exact thing about me and Nook.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to myself, look how crazy this is. How many people have you done that for as young people? And you made that impact on us
Yeah. Little,
forever.
little.
Little,
But
little.
I always look at it like, yo, if you could get into a youngster's mind, you could help them blossom. You know what I'm saying? So
Correct.
I looked at all y'all like y'all was like my little brothers and my little sisters. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Absolutely.
like wherever I can help at, I'm gonna try to help to make you say, yo, I told you the other night, I like to be like, yo, how do you live forever? The
Mm,
only way to live forever is passing on. You know what I'm saying? So the shit that my brother gave me, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give it to y'all. You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? Like I cut y'all here, y'all going out. I see y'all turned up. Yo, I'm gonna
Absolutely.
try to calm y'all down. Yo, chill. Y'all,
Yep.
y'all going out to beat somebody up or y'all going out to have a good
A good
time.
time.
Something
Yep.
simple as that will will spark you like, oh yeah, because you got the wrong energy, give you the right
Yeah.
energy. Yo, you talking crazy with your money.
Correct.
You buying too much dumb shit. Like, yo, don't you scale that back, son. A lot of
Correct.
people don't try to guide people when they see them doing bullshit. But
Yeah.
you see, I always try to guide y'all from my eyes. I never
Yep.
try to make y'all me.
Nope.
Try to just help your growth.
Absolutely.
You know
You
what I'm
gave us
saying? So I
opportunity.
always felt like that was like why I came to Glen Cove. You know what I'm saying?
Super, super
To
powerful.
be that.
Yep. Impactful. Powerful
Yeah,
and impactful. When you came to the town, you were roughly in your teenage years as well, right?
yeah.
Absolutely.
When I moved out there, I was like dumb nice with wheeling bicycles and shit,
Ah,
unicycles, like anything with wheels. I get on that shit and get crazy. You know what I'm
get
saying?
crazy.
So it was like so much fun. The first day I moved out there, I got my Baja. Niggas is like talking about P Green.
You
Niggas
said,
want
huh? Yeah.
they want bet money and all that. Talking about yo, he could wheelie further than me and all that. And I'm like, these niggas y'all see now, like
Absolutely. You
I
busy
don't
like
really
that.
like a block or two.
I'm going.
Like
I'm going.
this shit
I'm
going. You know
going.
what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
that shit was funny as hell. That's how I met Pete. You know what I'm saying? With Willie. Word, that nigga
Legendary.
Willie. I'm like, bro, that's it.
That's
I
it.
Willie what he did, and then it came back on a Willie. And I got type of niggas down the way and shit. That's something tie and all of these guys. You know what I'm
True
saying?
indeed.
We
True
riding on
indeed.
bicycles and cutting hair, and that gave me a little stamp in the hood. And I just
Absolutely.
wasn't on all that jokey joke shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Like I tell a nigga quick, like I don't do all of that, bro. And then I start understanding, like, yo, I can have fun too.
Absolutely.
So, Leroy Sanders and all these guys, they helped me be a fun person. You know what
True
I'm saying?
indeed.
They took a lot of that serious edge off me that Mount Vernon um put on me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Correct.
you walk in the room, you can smile, son. You ain't always
Yeah.
gotta be and
Mean
be
mugging.
standoffish and shit. Nah, you can present to the conversation like, yo, what up, son? My name is who you God?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
True
saying? Or
indeed.
who you king? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Talk to a nigga like he an equal. A nigga look at you
Absolutely.
different. You know what I'm saying? And
Correct.
instead of talking down to niggas and shit. So a lot of that little shit, you know what I'm saying, helped me and it helped a lot of my niggas change a little bit. I like to believe.
That's a
You know what
fact.
I mean?
That's a fact. I'm gonna take a step. I'm gonna take a step back. Music,
Uh,
right, and barbering. Were you into music? When did you start getting into music in general?
my brother, they used to rap and shit. So they
Okay.
used to have me do the beatbox. So I
Okay.
would do the
Beatboxer.
boom, 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 boom,
Ah.
boom, 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 and I would do that shit for them niggas for dumb long. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I started learning the shit that they were saying because a lot of times, a nigga going not like how they do now. They
Correct.
freestyle. Niggas got raps that they
Absolutely.
know that they
Yeah.
kick.
Absolutely.
So I start learning them niggas shits, and when I start learning them, when I'm around my mans, I used to kick they
Spit them
rap,
raps.
kick they shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck that.
Like I'm gonna take it.
Steal
It's
that
mine.
shit,
It's
nigga. This
mine
shit
now.
mine, nigga. We gonna borrow this shit. Fuck that.
Full moon jack move, huh?
And then, I start running out of their shits. So I was like,
Yeah.
fuck it. When I start, coming around like guys like Ty Ty and Pole, fucking Lunatic, these
Mm.
guys, you know what I'm saying? These guys is like sharp artists.
That's what they
They
do.
sharp. So I
Absolutely.
had to sharpen my sword and had to get busy, you know what I'm saying? And that was the birth of it for real, for real. Was being
Mm.
around guys that I looked up to in the game. And I'm like,
Abs-
damn, like this nigga Poe is sharp.
yeah.
Everywhere we go, this nigga, Ty
Ginsu.
Ty, this nigga sharp.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
fuck that. I sharpened my sword up and I had my shit that I was writing. And niggas
Absolutely.
look at me like, oh, word? Oh,
Okay.
word? Yeah, nigga, I got one
Yeah, I'm
for
like
you, son.
that.
Yeah, I got one for you, son.
Absolutely.
You know
So
what
let
I
me ask you a
mean? I got
question.
with Loon and we came up. Well, he came up with ABK situation, and
Absolutely.
I had his back 100%. We was with a guy named Corin. You know what I'm saying he
Mm-hmm.
was rapping with us, and then him and Corin fell out. over some haircut shit. They niggas always arguing about dumb shit.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
Corn, he got and did his shit, and Poe came to us. Now he's ABK. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm.
but me and Poe still making joints to this
Yeah,
day.
absolutely.
Word, you know what I'm saying? Type. Hey,
ABK.
that's my brother. I just
Yo,
call him
Poe
fresh.
legendary. Poe
That's
legendary.
my brother.
Absolutely. ABK,
I
another
always call
birth
him my
code.
little brother.
How did y'all come up with the name?
Shit, you got to ask Rodney, all of that. Like,
Mm.
I was just like the batter, you know what I'm saying? I was just
Absolutely.
another nigga on the field. He
Absolutely.
came up with all the concepts and he came up with all that
Absolutely.
shit. Another birth code. I never liked that. You know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
come from, my mom's is a Black Panther. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
And she turned into a Christian. My
Mm.
pops is a bishop. So I come from more of you got to pay attention to what you put in the universe. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You don't want to put negativity out there. So I
That's
always
a
felt
fact.
like cult.
Code
And,
following, code.
but then he
It
changed it to another birth culture.
got you.
And I was riding with that. I was
Absolutely.
100% in with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You mentioned your mother being a Black Panther. I love revolutionary things.
Yeah.
I love stamps like that. That's a
Yeah.
strong Black woman,
Yeah.
right? Rest in power. And when you speak of her and you mention this right now, it makes
Yeah.
me think of so many revolutions. Asada Shakur, Huey
Hmm.
P, Bobby Seale. I mean, the list goes on. That is because when people say Black Panther now, today in this day and age, they think of the movie, and I think
I met Stowe. I ain't cutting you off, but I
no,
met
no, I'm
Stowe
listening.
Carmichael.
Stokely,
I met
legend.
Stowe Carmichael. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
where at? How this happen?
Um, my mom's, she was down with that. He came to a dinner that they had
What?
over in Queens. My grandmother lived in Rochdale Village, so he came over there. Word, word. I was maybe like 5 or 6 at the time. I was
Man,
young guy. Word, and I met
man,
that dude. So that was like, it's crazy. Like 'cause it like sticks in your mind. You know what I'm
for
saying, like
sure.
certain people that you meet, and I'm
Absolutely.
like, damn, this dude is that dude.
Absolutely. One of the
Later
ones for
down the
real.
line when you start doing your own math. So I did a lot of that, a lot of reading on my own. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? I read my grandfather was heavy on um Malcolm X,
Yeah.
heavy on Malcolm X. My grandfather really resembled him, light
Wow.
skin, red face, red hair, and all of that. So
Man.
he was really into Malcolm X, and I read a few of the books. It was like, wow, like these guys that doing time for Malcolm. I knew at a young
Yep.
age that they wasn't the ones who murdered him.
No, not at
So
all.
it's a lot of stuff that you pick up on, and it teach you how to move around, and when you come in contact with your teachers and older people,
Yeah.
talk to them like gentlemen. But you could
Absolutely.
present your story and tell them like, nah, nigga, you wrong. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Like, this is what's going on. Like I spoke to one dude. I was maybe like 15, and he was talking about Martin Luther King.
Mm.
I'm like, nah, he got some flaws though, bro.
Yeah.
Not
Absolutely.
saying nothing bad. I'm just speaking the truth. And
Absolutely.
he didn't understand where I was coming from. So when he asked me, and I told him like, yo, when you go, something simple as going to a baseball game. You go to a baseball game, the guy who sell the peanuts, black. Guy who sell the hot dogs, black. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Where they buying that, the buns and the condiments, black. The people who print up the tickets, black.
Black.
The stadium is owned by a black person. The
Correct.
people who sewing these jerseys,
Church. Yep.
black. Everybody in the stadium, black.
Black.
That's our money, so our money is staying with us. When we
Absolutely.
wanted to sit at somebody's counter and get beat on and spit on and disrespected to spend our hard-earned money with a person who don't like you, they start paying attention. Like, oh, they spend a lot of money, so
Absolutely.
let's stop kicking their heads in. Still treat them like trash, but let's not kick their heads in and let them spend their money here. And
Yep.
they love it.
Yep.
And that's what Malcolm was telling Martin, like, yo, you're sending us down a rabbit hole. That's
Yep.
what he meant by that. You know what I'm saying? So when he picked up on it, you see they deaded both of them dudes. Man.
Yeah, they got them
Y'all
both
both
out
gotta
there.
go. Y'all gotta
Yep.
go. Because it's all about
Influence.
money. Everything is about money.
Money. Yep.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So I'm really big on that. You know what I'm saying? That's why like when y'all coming up, I like to put money in y'all pocket. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So you don't
Absolutely.
have to get it on a negative tip. You ain't gotta go
Right.
out like I grew up, you know what I'm saying? Niggas would bang an old lady in the head,
Yep.
snatch her pocketbook. You know what I'm saying? See a old man, his number just hit, niggas is ripping his pockets off. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like shit real. You know what I'm saying? This shit crazy when you grow up around wolves. So
Yeah.
you understand like no need to teach y'all how to do that. That's
Nope.
easy.
Easy to do.
It's a little harder to be like, yo, you sweep up the floor, give you five
Yep.
dollars.
Absolutely.
That's a little harder to do than go use that
Absolutely. That's the
to
easy
block
way.
somebody. But now you're gonna catch that case.
Yep.
Now that whatever you took, that shit turn into sense
Yep.
that quick. Cause now you gotta go sit up.
Yep.
But a lot of niggas don't sit and pay attention to that the little fine lines. So I think a lot of that I learned from reading at a young age. And
Mm.
I never really read the stuff that they gave me from school. I would do it and get good grades, but the stuff that I read on my own was everything to help us.
Absolutely. That's powerful.
To this day,
See,
that's what I do.
that teaches you a lot of humility. You know, what's so funny. When I was in school, I always felt like the curriculum always wasn't in favor of me in general, just
Mhm.
a melanated black man, right? And the things that I've seen it growing up, it just seemed like the stories were fabricated. I just never got with it, and something just never sat right with me. And I didn't really start understanding it until I went to prison and I started reading. Because even now, prior to that, when it came to reading, I was one of these kids like, don't pick on me because my reading ability was terrible. I
Mhm.
felt okay. Nobody directly picked on me, but in my mind, if I wasn't spelling or sounding out words correctly, I just felt like okay, my reading ability wasn't up to par, and I had to defend that in some form of fashion. So it came with neglecting the work.
You gonna
Came
get
with the
this
iron
work.
fist. I said, word is born. You feel me?
You gonna
And,
get
and
this work.
you gonna get this work. And that's how I felt, just letting out the frustration of not getting with the curriculum, not having that understanding, or having things told to me in a manner to where it built up the level of self-esteem to make me look at myself like, no, you're a prominent figure. You're a powerful man. Hearing all of these positive affirmations you would say today, and recognizing who you are, where you come from, what you stand for, I think it's very, very important to know where you have been, where your lineage come from, and where you going. I was sharing a story about when the lady I met on the elevator a few years back, or maybe like 10 years ago, right? I was working in a hotel and I'm on the elevator, and a black lady came on the elevator and she asked me a question. She said, where you from? And I'm like, well, I'm from here. And she's like, still looking around. Well, let me, where are you from? And I'm like, I know my parents, they not from the Caribbean. I mean, they from here. And she smiled, had a little smirk, and didn't say anything else to me. And from this day, I'm still talking about it now because I want to know. I didn't ask her in the moment, like, what do you mean by that? And I don't know if she knew something underlying, like, okay, you need to know where you come from in the sense of, tracking your history. If I
But you
didn't
know
know
it's
in the
been a
moment.
good rebuttal for you.
Hmm.
Understand where she coming from.
Yeah,
Where are you from, sweetheart?
absolutely.
Can you elaborate where you from?
Yep.
And now I can try to do something vice
Elevate
versa and
myself.
come back at you.
Absolutely.
But if she would have came with some dumb shit, then you would have
You
known
already knew
like,
where. Yeah, I already knew where I was at. Absolutely.
uh,
Yeah, and me thinking of it in this context now, if somebody was trying to teach me, that was a teachable moment where she could have
the
said
teachable
something.
moment.
You understand what I'm saying? So now looking at it from what you telling me now, okay, I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, all right, I see what, okay, now
Yeah.
could chop this up so I know if I come in contact with somebody else in the near future and it's something that I want to shed light on, I gotta speak my piece and be able to direct them in the right direction. Because if I'm just asking them questions and not giving them context to why I'm asking them the question, he or she, then it's like, well, I'm just leaving you out there hanging to dry. And if you came here to teach me, well, teach me, because there's things that I'm seeking and want to learn. If you want to build up your community, you got to be able to take that step in that direction to say, you know
Take
what,
that step.
you feel me? Like saying what you say when Stokely Carmichael came through the crib as this prominent figure. We know historically who he is, like this day and age, but even at your age, when your mom's is around, all these, and just the house surrounded around these proud black people that's willing to take a stand and for a cause and willing to fight for it. That I think that is so powerful, and it's a testament to maybe some of the, like you said, okay, maybe my brother had an edge, but look at what he growing up around mentally. He growing up around
Yeah.
strong revolutionary people that saying, you know what, by any means we gonna get this job done, no matter who's in the way, whoever's opposed of my mission. Okay, you're gonna get rolled over. And like you said, from yourself included, you had a little edge on you when you came to the town, where it's like mug, where's the energy like, yo, okay, what's up, this what's up is
Yeah.
only saying,
And
how you
that
doing.
simple what's up
Yep.
or pop. What up? What up?
Absolutely.
What up?
Yep. Yep.
It's lit.
It's lit. It's
You
up
could
from there.
really be like, yo, what up, family?
Straight
Yo,
up.
what up, God?
Yep.
Yo, what up, King?
Yep.
Nah, but you tell a nigga, yo, what up? Oh, it's lit.
It's lit. It's up. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's lit.
But that's how the programming starts. Even when they were saying with the Willie Lynch letters, and they were saying that what they did was during the times of the slavery, they put the opposing sexes
Break you
against each
down.
other. They break you down. So they put house nigga, field nigga per se. This is the terminology they were using at the time. Against one another. They put male against female. They
You
did,
don't even like yourself.
don't even like yourself. So now you got a complex when you're looking at people. Same thing that was programmed and downloaded in my own psyche with the young guard when I walked past them. That energy was still there. So we got to kind of get rid of that old data and put new
Yo, you know
programming
what's
in.
sad? Back then, you really had dads that will tell their daughter, don't fight back
What?
when they getting
Really?
raped and all of that. So they break you down to where you teaching the breakdown to your offsprings.
Absolutely. Be
Don't fight back.
submissive. Yup.
Yeah, be
Yep.
submissive. Let them just
Yep.
rape you. Let them beat on you. It's gonna be better than if you fighting back. It's gonna be worse for all of us. And they would
And
really teach these people. Oh, y'all talking about running away? Master good to us. Ah, nigga, you in the system, bro.
you in the
You
system.
still in the system, yo. You know all
Yep.
that. Don't get caught up in the system, but we was forced to get caught up in that system,
Yep.
which was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's real sad that we went through that, B. I ain't gonna hold
Yeah.
you.
Absolutely.
I like to say I wouldn't. You can't even say that.
Yeah. You said,
What
yeah,
we
I
did
would
at them times, 'cause we never went through
never went
ten
through it.
percent of that shit, so we
Not at
don't know
all.
what the fuck we would have did.
Yep.
Niggas been
Absolutely.
out there
You
like, So I would never be a slave, nigga. You would have been right on the line, like,
you right on the line,
Yes, sir,
singing the
Master.
hymns.
Word, man, fuck out of here, nigga.
You
So
right
I
along with
would
the
never do
programming.
that shit.
Yeah, you ain't like Kunta. You ain't trying to.
You ain't cool, nigga. You
You
ain't getting
ain't
your
Kunta.
foot cut off, nigga. But like when I speak to people, I like to speak real. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool
Absolutely.
to say I would never did that. You
Yeah.
ain't grow up in that shit, so you don't know what
Nah.
you would have. You know what I'm
You don't know
saying?
what you would have done. Absolutely.
Or nigga, you see a nigga go through some bullshit. Your word the mother, I would have snuffed that nigga.
Mm-mm.
No, you
Not in
wouldn't
those
have.
conditions. No, you wouldn't have.
You don't know what you would have did, nigga. That
Yep.
nigga ain't run up on you. He ran up on him.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So stop talking. Go talk to that man. Go put some gloves on his hands and teach him how to fight. That's your friend.
Absolutely.
Why not
Absolutely.
get him better? You
Yep.
want to see you be like, that nigga's pussy. But then you
Mm-hmm.
still hanging with the nigga. So you telling everybody this nigga's now he a target. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
How?
Some
Yep.
people just mentally fucked up, and that's all slavery, B.
Yep.
You been where it go,
Yep.
man. You go up in there, son. Fucking white boys, Spanish niggas, they stick together off the rip.
Yeah.
Black people, you gotta be blood together. You gotta be crip together.
Yep.
You gotta be from the same town together. Oh, we
Yep.
from Harlem and these niggas is from Brooklyn.
Yep.
That's stupid as fuck.
Stupid.
We could take over this whole world if we just be like, you know what?
Stuck together.
This money, we gonna funnel all of this to us. We gonna teach our kids. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? We gonna sell stuff. We gonna get them stuff to sell.
Yep.
Gonna bring back the money. We gonna give them a nice paycheck to pay them. We're
That's
not trying
correct.
to rob them and keep the money cycling. Watch how
Yeah.
quick all of this dumb shit change. Like this, they drop a
Yep.
bomb on this motherfucker, son, before they let stuff
Immediately.
like that happen.
Immediately. They say that the black dollar circulates within our own community only a few
That shit,
hours.
that shit got legs on it.
Yep, it runs. It runs. Once we
That
get
shit
our money,
fine.
it runs right out our pocket, bro. And we
Yeah.
spend it with everybody else. And this is why we see other communities, other cultures
Mm-hmm.
thrive because they know what it's like to stick together. I was watching something with
Mm-hmm.
Ali Sadiq, and he was saying that he had some Hispanic brothers building his home. So he said one guy was doing all of the like the carpentry, etc., and we're doing the moldings, etc. So his brother was doing some installation and he was in the house, he was doing calculations, etc. He said, but what I
Got ice
noticed.
still? Some ice? I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. Nah, Bill, you good.
Some ice? You ain't make none? Okay.
He said one thing that he noticed with all the contractors. He said, what I noticed about all of these Hispanic brothers that was here working on my house, I noticed that
Mm-hmm.
nobody ate alone. Every time you sat down and you see for the break bread, everybody ate. He said they always had fellowship. No matter, even though his brother was doing this, regardless, all of the workers will make sure that they all sit down, break bread together at all times. You never see nobody not eating together. And he said that struck some in his own psyche, saying, "Man, look how unified they are in general." And this is some of the reasons why our communities don't never get to the next level because we don't know how to stick together. We don't know how to say, you know what? Hey, I give you a piece of my bread because we feel like we come from
What's
environments.
up, baby? Say what's up to the people. Doing an interview right now. You say hi to the world.
How you doing?
What
Yeah.
you got? Nah, I don't want to. Look what she showed me, God.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this guy. Pink sleeve, purple sleeve.
Polo. Yep.
I don't turquoise hood.
Turquoise green, mint
You
green.
ain't never seen me be that colorful, God. Large, yeah. That takes a t-shirt.
It never catch me that colorful,
No,
God.
it'd be extra large than that.
Ooh,
Yeah, she trying to
legendary.
make it colorful, son.
Absolutely. She said,
She
nah,
always hook
nah.
me up. That's my sister right there.
Beautiful thing. So we commend her for that.
Large and t-shirt. Yeah, I take that.
Yes, sir. Tell her we appreciate
Orange,
that. Absolutely.
orange t-shirt.
Yeah, we can do
I
that.
take it though. It's
We can
Nick
do the
color.
salad.
They ain't dumb out. Well, come
yo,
on, let's get to the
yo,
questions, son.
yo, listen, love one. I bet. So let me break this down, right? I was talking to George the
Lord.
other day, right? I
Mm-hmm.
was talking to
Say
George
it
the
again,
other
God.
day. Yeah, I was talking to George Harvey the other day, right?
Uh-huh.
So he's
Oh
breaking down.
shit.
Yeah. He said there's a funny story that I can ask you about because he gave me the
Okay.
details. He gave me the details. So you can expound on it. Tell me about that story,
Yo,
or I can give it to you.
when
Whatever
I
you.
when I moved out to the hood, I cut hair, so my sister know I get busy with them clippers. You know what I'm saying? So he her age. So he had a little girl that he was messing with, and she was messing with the guy that was cutting his hair. So the guy that was cutting his hair chose to fuck his head up and thought he was doing something by doing that. So he showed my sister. She was like, my brother could fix that. That's easy.
Absolutely.
Came to the crib and I tightened him up. So now when he go to the party, everybody talking about the situation, like, yo. And they can take off his hat
Got
and
Zeke.
shit.
You got Zeke.
Niggas was like, yo,
You
who
brought
did
him
that?
back.
My nigga Money. Who the fuck is Money?
Straight up.
Court, pull up.
Absolutely. Yo, it's
So
crazy. He said, yo, Fats was chewing him up.
he helped me, son, because that was my young voice right there.
Absolutely.
Know what I mean? That was my young voice. Cause I
True
was
indeed.
cutting that was my age. Like
Facts.
Beta, you know what I'm saying? Chris Ham, you know what I'm saying? Tony Lee, Mikey
Mm.
Richardson,
True indeed.
Shondell Hubbard, Darius Hubbard. Like I'm cutting guys like that. Sean Brown. Sean Brown was iffy. Sean Brown would go to Pierre a lot, but I'm saying
True
that's
indeed.
my brother. And then
Absolutely.
I start cutting his hair every day.
True
I'm gonna tell
indeed.
you a quick story. I'm cutting his hair every day. And you know, Sean Brown is a business guy.
All
So
day. 24/7.
he really loved when I opened up that barbershop, you know what I'm saying? Because he's
True
like,
indeed.
yo, like, he loved to help me get to the next level.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So one
It
day
was
we was in
solid.
the shop talking. I'm like, man, fuck a customer. And yo, he got so mad at me, he stopped getting his hair cut. Yo, he was so mad at me. Like, yo, what the fuck is this? I'm like, nigga, fuck a customer, nigga. He's like, no, don't say that, son. Fuck that.
He was trying to stand on business all around the board. The customer
Yeah,
they paid. The customers paid.
he was a young grown man, son. I was young. I'm still young, son. I got a business, but I'm still on my dumb shit.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
You can't take that away. This
Not
shit
at
was
all.
hilarious, son.
Did did did
Me
did,
and
did
him
he?
still laugh about that because that's that's my brother right there.
True
Sean Brown
indeed.
is my brother. I love what he's doing.
Absolutely.
So proud of him, you know what I'm saying?
True
Word.
indeed.
Proud of him, son. Love you,
It's a
nigga. Double grit.
it's a beautiful thing when you see people that look like you doing these things that we aspire to do too. When it comes to the business acumen, because a lot of times when we talk about that street code, right? We learn business from the streets, and I think about, okay, we could be leaders of Fortune 500 companies, our own businesses, etc. But a lot of times I think it's misguided because we think that the only way we be able to make a dollar is off the corner. And I think that mentality we gotta shift. Even though this day and age we got the internet, so we see other people out there that look like me and you, etc. That they can go out there and we know it's possible. But I think it's very, very important in order to guide us on that path by things that you have done as well as Sean, etc. Because I think it gives the mind state that it's possible. And a lot of times we shoot a lot of ideas down because we think that we're not worthy of. It can't be me. I'm not educated enough. I'm not smart enough. I don't have the finances. Only thing is that we have to start being more resourceful, leading on. Okay, I'm a resource. There are other resources out there, and if we just put and educate each other about, okay, you're looking for business funding, go down here. You looking to start something up with banking, go over here. Or you want to do
Yep.
something in this field, you want to learn how to be a barber. Okay, if I don't teach you, we have a barber school or somebody
Yep.
come under somebody tutelage, and we be able to show you the ins and outs, and we'll grow from here. Okay, you want to learn how to do it? Start off like an intern. All right, you go do it for free. You get nice. Be making a pack and once for each other to say,
Hey, yo, you
hey,
know what's ill, God?
I'm listening.
Sean Brown did that for me, B. Sitting here, while you
Serious.
talking, I'm sitting here like, oh shit, son. When I
Wow.
opened my first shop, I was $500 short. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I was $500 short.
Correct.
So I said, yo, let me borrow $500 and I'll give it back to you Friday. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? This was like Monday or Tuesday type shit. I'll give it back to
Correct.
you Friday. The nigga was like, $500. He's like, yo, get in the car.
Mm.
And he brought me to the city, son. And we
Serious.
brought up mad, like, remember I was selling all that shit,
Yeah, yeah,
t-shirts,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
all that situation.
Yep,
That
yep, yep.
Shaw Brown gave me that. He was like, man, fuck that. I ain't gonna give you $500, nigga. I'm
You
gonna
gonna
help
make
you
it.
make a couple $1,000.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm gonna help you get to the bag for real.
Yeah, son. And I wound up at the end of the day turning the barbershop into a half barbershop, half clothing store.
Absolutely.
Off of that hustle that he gave me right there, you know what I'm saying? So I wound
Yep.
up getting accounts with like Mecca and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? I learned how
True
to
indeed.
buy like lots of clothes. So you buy like a jean, you
Yep.
buying the jeans from everywhere from like a 28, you know what I'm saying, all the way up to like a 44 maybe.
Correct.
You buying that whole lot. So you see like 50% off. Nah, that's just jeans that niggas wasn't buying.
Mm.
So they still making mad money when they be like, yo, 50% off. They just couldn't sell those smaller jeans or the larger
Abs-
jeans.
Yep.
They give them 50% off, but the rest of the lot they already sold that for the ticket.
Correct.
So I used to be ill. I used to like, yo, wow. But now that even that business is like kind of saturated. You can go to
Yeah, a lot of
drink.
people.
Ain't
Yeah.
nobody trying to buy no niggas is trying to go to the mall and spend a
Yep.
bag.
Yep.
They ain't trying to look like another nigga.
Yep. They trying to go to
They
the
really
yep.
look like designer bums. I be calling some of these niggas designer bums.
Yep. Looking
You
like
can't
nothing. Yeah. Yeah. Because you can put on any. It's not about what you got on. It's about how you wear it. That's it.
how you
It's in
wear
you.
it.
Yeah. It's in you. I learned that early on
Continue.
too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What I
You
love
always
to
had swag, son. You a day one swaggy nigga.
off the
I guess
rip.
you get it from your pops or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, son.
Yeah. They said that boy used to get Dougie.
I'm just a man outside looking in.
That's a
You
Philly.
always had swag, son.
True
It
indeed,
came from
God.
somewhere.
Absolutely. All day. I gotta stay dripped up.
Yeah, you say you
What's
and
so
your brother,
crazy?
y'all stay dripped up.
Stay
Hey,
dripped
y'all
up,
kept
family.
cut through.
Or stay with a fresh one. They don't know. They stay with a fresh one. Mama love ain't allow that. You
Nah,
can
y'all,
walk around
she
peasy
always
headed.
bring y'all to the shop.
That's a fact.
Got time for them? Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Yup.
They gonna
You
wait
know
a
so
little bit,
crazy?
but
You gonna wait?
I got
Yup.
time.
How crazy is that? From how the lines used to be, you literally had to sit there like how now you could book schedule, you could book the time in slots. But remember before you had to sit, sometimes you be in that barber shop from
You be like,
morning
yo, I got 10 people.
straight
Nigga,
up,
like, all right,
sit there and wait. Yup, absolutely. People used to
word.
come pay you.
What up,
They say, oh, let me get your slot. Pay you some cash to take your spot, depending on what they
nigga,
got
pay a
going on.
nigga.
Yup,
But the crazy part, you had niggas that would do that.
all day.
I
Yup.
seen Tata do it a few times.
Tell you want my spot?
Word. Yo, I'm next.
Yup,
This nigga's not even getting a haircut, but he online.
absolutely. So people when people
I'll,
want to
I'll
come,
cut them off. Nigga, I know what
Ty
you're doing, nigga. I know what
Ty
you're doing.
Legend.
I said the buddy hustle, the buddy hustle.
The money hustle.
Hustle off another nigga hustle, but in a clean way.
With a
He ain't
clean
robbing
way.
it.
True indeed.
You want a haircut, you don't want to wait? Yeah, pay me.
Pay me. Absolutely. Let me ask you a
Nigga pay
question.
for a haircut.
When you seen when you had the idea of so entrepreneurship, right? Although you started the barbershops, did you always have a business acumen about
Yeah,
you? Like even from early on, was you always like seeing hustle? I know you come from the environment where you seen it all day, but was that always something that was in you? Like, okay, I gotta find my way to get the next dollar.
I grew up in the projects.
Hmm.
Pissy elevators, you know what I'm saying? Niggas in the hallways smoking weed and shit like that.
Correct.
You go to the incinerator, you don't throw the garbage out. You put the shit in the incinerator. Shit get
Hmm.
burnt up.
Yeah.
Basement got rats. I always knew like I'm here now, but I don't want to be no grown man here, B.
Yeah.
So I always thought about how to get out. And I would look at who's fly.
Mm.
And I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? That's why like from when I was a kid, I always say I wanna have a after hours spot.
Mm.
Cause them dudes always had a ton of money. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? They selling liquor.
Bootlegging. Yep.
Them niggas they got bands and shit. They got their taco meat out, cowboy hat on like this, gold
Tilted
chain. You
brim.
like, oh, this nigga different.
Straight up.
Yeah. So I always would look at these guys, and then when you talk to these guys, they say, "Oh, I own 3 or 4 houses over here. I own a building or two over here. I got a warehouse over here."
Mm.
So they will always take their money and go buy up land. So you like, oh shit, yeah, I own 50 acres in Augusta, shit
Mm.
like that. So you be like, okay, oh, that's how you get the money.
Absolutely.
This is just a hustle,
Yep.
but the money is
Buying
the
land.
shit you don't see.
Yep.
And that was how you doing? That was my key right there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I bought a crib young. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Bought another crib young. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Still trying to buy up some more shit. So,
Absolutely.
my wife is like, oh my God, she's a mogul with it. She
Yeah, she on it.
beast. So I
Hustling.
always do that at a young age. You know what I'm saying? You gotta buy stuff that passed down. Some niggas they
Generational.
want to buy sneakers and belts and shit. Yeah, I want to own a couple buildings, shit like that.
Yep.
Give you that type shit. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So
That's a fact.
that's always been my ticket since I was a kid. Is trying to own a real part of America. And I
Correct.
always thought that that was the open door to really get the money.
I like that.
And I,
I like that.
so my brothers' pops, that's what they would do with brothers. They would buy buildings, they would renovate them, Bronx, Queens, and I would help them do construction on these things. And that's how I learned how to do hands-on stuff, how to lay tile, how to put down wood floors, how to break up sheetrock, how to
Mm.
um, center beams on
Wow.
16, saying how to really build stuff from foundation up.
Correct.
So it starts with the foundation. And I'm saying, and then you finish off with the roof, and that breaks down all the way to a child. I'm saying, you give them a tight foundation, their
Yep.
roof won't collapse. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's all just getting money and trying to stay on the streets,
Correct.
gain more money. Cause 100 pennies gonna be $1.
Yep. No
You
matter
get a
which way you
hundred
slice it.
dollars.
Straight up.
And now you flip that. Now you getting now fuck 100 in. Now you 1,000 in.
Yep.
Now you become a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? So it's all starts with one thought, and make that thought your best move. What up, baby
Let me
girl?
let me
See, I'm getting interviewed right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm famous, kid. I'm famous. Let's talk my shit.
Absolutely. Let me ask you a question, right?
Uh-huh.
When we, now this day and age, we talk about mental health all the time, right? And I
Mhm.
remember when we were growing up, when somebody had an issue or something, we used to like, boy, or with the family members or something. Yo, family member, we would say, Uncle Pete, stay away from Uncle Pete, because we
Mhm.
knew that Uncle Pete was off his rocker or whatever the case may be, for
Mhm.
whatever reason. And what I've seen like now, this day and age, that we deal with mental health. Everybody's saying that okay, mental health is a primary thing. People are going through a lot of mental things, and mental is meaning okay, a state of mind, how your mind operates, how you think. Um, have you ever dealt with mental health issues in general? Like, have you ever came
Hell
across?
yeah, bro.
Okay,
My nigga.
yep. I want to
That
unpack
shit.
that for me.
When my brother died, bro, I was so fucked up, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I had mad thoughts of killing myself, B. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like I didn't go to school, son. It's like a lot of shit that I never really talk about that I went
Yeah.
through. You know what I'm saying? With that murder.
Yeah.
Like I didn't go to school for a minute. And it was crazy because it got me ready to cry and shit. My man
Yeah.
Aunt
Go ahead.
Bert, you know what I'm saying? He will walk out of his way. This is like one of my best friends and shit. You know what I'm saying? Him,
Mm-hmm.
Jermaine Steele, John Clark, Trey, like it's a lot. Look, C Brown, like it's a big list.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to throw a couple out there. But him, for some reason, bro, out of the pack, will walk out of his way and come get me from school
Mm.
and be like, yo, you gotta go to school, bro. You gotta come to school, man. You gotta
Wow.
come to school. And that shit like still breaks my heart when I think about it, B. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause I asked him, like we still tight.
Correct.
I asked him, like, did your mom tell you to do that? And he was like,
Wow.
nah, son. I just
I
knew,
love
like,
that.
yo, you gotta come to school, B. You can't just stay home. You
True
know what I'm
indeed.
saying? You gotta come to school. And yeah, I started going back to school and I went to counseling, did a lot of counseling, talk a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Wrote a couple papers on people that I was influenced by.
Correct.
I wound up writing a paper on a guy named Eddie Murphy. We all know him as Eddie Murphy. But
Absolutely.
I had read up on him
Mm.
and learned that he's from Roosevelt. I didn't even
Yep.
know where Long Island was. B, I never heard of Long Island. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? He's from Long Island. And I wrote a nice paper on him. And that's when I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Life still goes on, B.
True
You know what
indeed.
I'm saying? So I gotta live my life. Everything that my brother taught me, you know what I'm saying, is on my back. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So I gotta live life. And that's when it clicked. Like
Yeah.
I'm not a little brother no more. I'm
Yeah.
the big brother. I got a little sister to look after.
That's a
That's why
fact.
that's why it's so ironic that like I might have had like a handful of fights with people like that don't like me and I don't like them. Like
Yeah.
it's real small.
Small.
But I had a
Correct.
bunch of fights with niggas that did shit to my sister
Yeah.
or said something crazy about my sister. Like that
Correct.
shit is immediate, like off the
Off the
ripper.
bat. Yep.
Like what? Like as soon as you say it, I'm
Yep.
doing that. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Because he always would tell me, if I hear that you ain't stand up for your sister, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And he would always
Mm.
tell me that. So he
Correct.
instilled that in me.
Yep.
So and that's where that comes from. You know what I'm saying? With me protecting my sister and my
Mm.
mom, I'm gonna do that shit to the to I run my face into a train, B.
Yep.
Ain't nothing you can tell me to be like, yo, chill.
Yeah.
Green light all the way. But
Yep.
me myself, you call me whatever the fuck you want. That shit don't bother me. I don't
I ain't tripping.
that
I
shit,
ain't tripping.
man, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Like
Yep.
that shit
Straight
ain't gonna
up.
pay no bills. Say
Not
what's
at
up to the
all.
people getting interviewed right now.
What's
Hi,
up?
I'm the baddest Guyanese
Talk
Talking
about
British
this
it.
shit.
Indian
Talk
girl out
about it.
on the island right now.
I dig it.
Yo, she started talking shit when I first met her. She ain't know how my people was from Nevis. She said, "Oh, I didn't know." He coming here with all that drink talk. Shit.
Straight up.
You never hear it, son. You never hear it, son. Yeah, you know I was West Indian too,
Yeah,
son.
you know what? Yeah, you know, yeah. I'm from the island, the
Yeah,
island
you
boy.
understand? Yo, you know what's funny? One day your sister called like, "Man, ain't you a coconut?"
No,
I'm
she
like,
didn't.
"What?" I said, "What?" She said, "Ain't you a coconut?" Ain't no goddamn coconut.
She love the dreads too. She love the dreads.
Yeah.
Straight up. And she love the dreads. Her baby father, dad pops. He
Yeah.
Jamaican. Word is born.
She called me
Absolutely.
coconut. What you got in the bag, sweetheart?
The rest of the stuff in this bag is mine, but I'm going to get the other stuff out the phone.
Okay. I mean, we got the hustlers come through, B. We got
Yo,
the
I
hustlers.
see it. Everybody here moving and shaking. Everybody's getting to
Yeah,
it. That's the environment, the hustle and bustle. It don't leave you. Like I said, no matter
yeah.
where you go, you lay your hat. That's your home, and you create the environment
Facts,
around you for that. So
facts.
that's the beauty of somebody that got real business acumen. When I stated that
Mm-hmm.
earlier in giving you the proper introduction, it's because you always provided that even around us. So a lot of these
Mm-hmm.
things that we do as second nature, we're gonna pick up a hustle. We're gonna find a way to do it because our environment will that. From the people that we looked up to, um I was telling my brother about like the influences around in our community. And there were very selective few that we looked up to for different reasons. And very early on, keeping the haircut. I always knew that okay, there's different reasons why I didn't do certain things. I never got tattoos early on, even though tattoos when everybody started getting them, when Nike and them used to come around and tat everybody up. My mom gave me, yo, you want to
Yeah,
get
I
a
was like,
bag?
nah, I ain't
Yeah,
doing that.
I ain't doing that because I always thought about job. I always thought about presentation. I always thought about okay judgment. So I said, you know what? In order for me to get the money and not be judged, because at the time it was like taboo to have like be tatted up and all that,
You
depending on
tatted
where you're
up.
trying to go. Yeah, right now it's the norm. That's what everybody do.
It's
But
normal
at the
now.
time, yeah, it's so normal. At the time, I'm like, nah, I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to jeopardize opportunity. So all of these small things of being well groomed, I take pride in that. I take pride in presenting myself in the right manner. Also being around the hustle. Come on, loved one. Big salute. Being around that environment. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And finding a way not only for me to get to the bag, but how do I create opportunities for my
Yo,
loved ones
twin.
as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Keep
absolutely.
talking, baby.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. Yeah, so it's just you breed that. And what I
Mm-hmm.
what I what I love to keep emphasizing when we on these platforms
You can pour
is
me some?
what I
Huh?
love to keep emphasizing while we're on these
Oh.
platforms is stressing how important it is for us to create this because we think that people are supposed to give us things. In this world that we live
Mhm.
in, nobody gonna give you nothing. And I
Nobody
want
gonna do
people
shit.
nobody gonna give you nothing, dog. Nobody gonna give you nothing.
Roll up,
And
nigga.
I want
Uh, wait, like that.
absolutely. Yeah, I just want that to be a prevalent thing because I want to make the conversation normal. I don't want to neglect it because I don't want people to think that okay, just because you're a good person,
Peace,
that
God.
doesn't yield to financial gain. You could be
Peace,
that's a
God.
great quality and that's a great asset to be a personable person because that would aid you to be a great person to connect the dots, a good liaison, know how to put people with people. Those are great
Yeah.
qualities. You know what I'm saying? And I wanna keep emphasizing that even with the platform. I wanna be able to bring up everybody that I know that have done something pivotal in our community and done it at different levels so we can see that it's possible. Like not only own I don't own one home, I don't own two homes. I'm a homeowner. I do real estate. Not only do I do real estate, I have multiple businesses.
Mhm.
I've gone from this ain't my first rodeo. I've done this when I was 5, 6.
What I,
So I'm
what I
talking about I'm
always tell
30.
you, son,
Come on, loved one.
so proud of you, bro.
True indeed. I appreciate that, loved
Word.
one.
I was
That's a
talking
fact.
to Els about that, and look, like I be looking up to Els, and
True
he my
indeed.
young nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Was
The
born.
the situation
Absolutely.
I got shaken now, he
Yep.
giving me like all kind of ideas. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
To make it pop.
Yep.
So it's like
Yeah.
I be inspired by you guys. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
I'm
One
talking about
hand,
y'all inspired by me. I inspired by y'all.
yeah, but the foundation was laid. Once we matured, you plant the seeds were planted, and this is just the fruit that it bed from the things that we
Excuse me, sweetheart.
got
Can you
from.
pass me that coconut water in there? Thank you, baby.
Absolutely, yeah. Nah,
Mm.
this is it's just the fruit that bear,
Green
and
box.
yeah,
Wait, what?
That
absolutely.
green box, coconut water.
Oh, coconut.
Water. Yeah.
See, I was
Thank you,
talking.
baby.
You said what I was.
Well, that good coconut ain't
You
nothing
keep
like that.
talking. I be.
Nah, I know
Oh,
that.
okay.
I know, I
She
know,
thought I
I
said
know, I know
coconut
that.
oil.
Hold. Don't let it drop. Hold up.
What the fuck? I said coconut water. Can you please pass me that coconut water?
Water, agua,
Oh,
water.
I thought you said coke.
No way.
No,
Hello. No, we don't do those. No way,
no,
Jose.
did not say that.
Not at
It might sound similar.
Clarify. Coconut
Yeah,
water.
coconut water, not coconut oil. She thought I was about to. She thought I was about to do over here, son.
No, no, no,
Do a
no.
tutorial? Yo, first,
Uh, no ice in this one. Got it.
dumb out.
Come on, Philly. Yo, let's talk about that. Dumb out the music, right?
Yeah,
We talked about the legacy about how you've done with
shout out to Freddie Fox,
come
Bumpy
on,
Knuckles,
man.
B. I don't know if
Ooh.
y'all know, but I dropped a joint last night when the Knicks lost, B, called New York City Niggas, know what I mean? Produced by
Mm,
my boy Bumpy Knuckle. That's my brother. I feel like $1 million bill, son, because
come on.
that nigga looked at me and said, bang, yo, you remind
That's
me
what's
like a
up.
Mace type nigga, son. The world need to hear your shit. And that
Got
nigga
to.
gave me some beats, and I really dug into them.
Come on.
Nobody ever wrote a record for me, B. Ain't nobody write nothing for me ever. You
Nah.
know what I'm
Nah. All
saying?
your penmanship.
I never looked at that as cool. That nigga
Nah.
wrote me a record, B. And I
Yeah.
did that shit and knocked it out the park. And that nigga was so proud. Like,
Come on.
so I don't know how many records me and him did, but he wrote me one record, great
Correct.
record, platinum style record. And then I did some joints with I dropped the joint called New York City Niggas,
Mm.
and it's on YouTube. So you go to Live Shop Talk. You know what I'm saying?
Mandatory. Yep. New
And
York
look at
City
that
niggas.
joint and check it out.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
True
I
indeed.
really hit a home run
Yeah.
with that shit.
Come on.
You know what I
Legendary.
mean? And I'm just talking about me.
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? And the
Yep.
grimy niggas that I grew up around. So
Correct.
some niggas like they taking it personal, talking about, yo, this nigga dissing the city. No, I'm not dissing the city.
Nah,
I'm dissing
listen.
the grime. I'm dissing
Absolutely.
that grimy nature. A
Yep.
nigga will fucking be your friend and stab you on your back.
Yeah. Nah.
I'm talking about that, but the shit that I'm speaking out my mouth is just shit that I seen growing up. You know what I'm
True
saying?
indeed.
But the hook is
Absolutely.
New York City niggas, man.
Come on.
I really hate these niggas.
Yeah. That's just what it
Sometimes
is.
I hate myself. I be thinking of some dirtbag dumb shit like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
This shit gonna set me up for a long
Yeah.
time. So it's just the mentality that we talking about, and it's all entertainment.
All
So I
entertainment.
hope
That's what I was
y'all
about to
check
get
this
down
shit
to.
out.
entertainment, creativity, and that's
Yeah.
one of the things where people get misconstrued. A lot of people say, okay, authenticity, you got to be real, 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 real. No, real is being you. So we don't got to
Being
live up to
you.
nobody. That's it. So when you paint your picture, it's not your picture.
Not
Let me
your
remind
picture.
you, it's not your picture. It's mine.
I
It's
hear
my detail.
everything, B.
Come on,
Yo,
family.
yo, that don't rap with that. Give a fuck.
Yeah, it's what I do.
That's what I'm saying, nigga. You know
Absolutely,
what I'm
my
saying? You
creativity.
turn the
Absolutely.
channel, motherfucker.
Yeah, turn it off.
They
Don't
don't
watch
listen
me.
to me.
Not at all.
But I've been like that since a kid. I ain't
Yeah.
never give a fuck about what a nigga say. You know what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying? Yo,
Mm-mm.
son, nah, I would say this. Yeah,
For
you would
you?
say that.
Yeah. Not me.
So you say that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
This is my record.
Absolutely.
This is my music. That's why I still
Absolutely.
make it because, you know what I'm saying?
True indeed.
I like flexing like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Come
even,
on.
I don't even do that. But when they
Yeah.
talk
Not.
about music, that's what I
Come
do
on.
because
That's what you
I
do.
do that shit well. You give me
Absolutely.
a
You be.
beat, I'm gonna knock it out the park.
Come
Dumb
on,
out.
family. Dumb out all day. And this
Shout out to
people say,
Lil G, shout out to Ev.
come
You
on,
know
the
what I
loved
mean?
ones.
Shout out to my cousin Nitty. I don't
Yeah.
know who came up with it first, but one of them started calling me Ang Bang Dumb.
Mm.
And I
That's
said,
crazy.
yo. And then
That's
I
it.
wrote a record. Ang Bang Dumb Out. Blue Still Come Out. Niggas
Ah.
want war, bring it on. I'ma flip out. Wish
Yeah.
that nigga would think his team is greater. I'm from the
Mm.
project, representing knowledge like what?
Come on, family. Come on.
Man,
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Those elements. See that's what I mean. We so sensitive in this culture in society, not culture. In this society, we so sensitive. Every time somebody says something that opposes their opinion, because everybody got opinion, people feel that you're causing harm because I disagree with you, and that's part of that
yeah.
coddling that I really disagree with in society. Like, if for me to take a stance in the sense of how I feel like we are too soft in regard to
Yeah.
pampering, because now we just breeding out individuals that don't have the willingness to go out there to stand for something, and then when you don't
Mhm.
stand for something, you fall for anything. And this is what I've seen repetitively, like just on social media. Somebody said something to hurt my feelings. Now you going, they pressing charges. They want to get civil
Mhm.
cases. They got so many other things to where they want to blackball, um shadow ban. They doing all these things to wipe the power of your voice off of reaching the people that they need to reach, because a lot of times the message that you are saying is real true, and they want to desensitize your message because they want to be the powers that control the narrative. And a lot of
Mhm.
times if we don't say nothing, that's why I love what you do, and you be you
Yeah,
authentically.
I'm big on
And when
that.
it comes
Control my
big
own
on that,
narrative.
come
You know what
on.
I'm saying? Control my
Absolutely.
own narrative. I'm not trying to rap like nobody. I'm not
Nope.
trying to sound like nobody. I'm not trying to
Nope.
be nobody. I'm trying to be the greatest Jamel Millich I could be. And
Absolutely.
that's all I could do. And you hear it in the music. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be the
Yeah.
greatest me I could be. I ain't trying to be nobody else. That's why like when I first start really getting professional with this shit,
Correct.
bro, just the way I look, I would get the dumbest shit said to me, B.
Like
Yo,
what?
my
Give me some
nigga, yo, why you rapping about a 38? Maybe because I got one in my pocket?
possibility.
Yo, my nigga, but you don't need that. My nigga, my brother got murdered, bro. My best friend got murdered, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So you gonna tell me I don't need this protection to protect
Mm-hmm.
myself from a nigga that want to do that to me, and I
Yeah.
can't speak about it on record? Oh,
Yeah.
I ain't know you was gripped up. Yeah, because I'm not talking about being gripped up.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
just
not.
talking about a grip. You know what I'm
Period.
saying? I never
Period.
present myself as walking around with some iron. I don't
Nah.
need to do that. I
Nah.
walk around with my own heart. So
Absolutely.
he didn't understand that and was like, oh shit, I ain't know that. You know what I'm saying? Another
Yep.
situation. Niggas see like girls will flock to me.
Correct.
Yo, son, you need to rap about these bitches, son. Why?
Well,
They don't control my life, bro.
not at all.
That don't control my life. You
Not at
know what
all.
I'm saying? What controls my life is the shit that I'm talking about. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? Oh,
Absolutely.
I ain't know you grew up in the projects. I ain't know Glen Cove had a projects. Yeah, I'm from Glen Cove, bro. But I
Yeah.
grew up somewhere else. So I'm
Absolutely.
speaking about a lot of
Absolutely.
stuff that I've been through.
That's
Oh,
a
I
fact.
ain't know that. Yeah, listen
Yep.
to the music, B. You
Yeah.
listen to
Judge
the
it.
music
You
and
don't
then
even.
judge it and saying, oh, this nigga from Long Island, this nigga ain't from Brooklyn, he ain't from
Mm-hmm.
Queens. What gives him the right to talk like this? What gives me the right to talk like this is me, nigga. God gave
Absolutely.
me the mouth. God gave
Absolutely.
me 2 ears. So that
True
means
indeed.
I listen more than I
Yep.
talk. So when I
Yep.
talk, don't cut me off, nigga, telling me some stupid shit. And a lot of niggas hate when you talk to them like that.
Yeah.
Cause now you're like, "Yo, what you gonna do, bro?
Yeah.
You just said
Nothing.
something stupid, so I'm correcting you like a man. Don't
Absolutely.
tell me you need to rap about bitches, bro. Tell a
Mm-hmm.
nigga that rap about bitches that he need to rap about bitches because that's what he do. That's not what I
Absolutely.
do. I'm not
That's not what I
rapping for
do.
you. I'm rapping
Yeah.
for niggas like, oh shit, you heard what he just said? That's why I rap, bro. I
That's what
don't
I'm
rap
rapping
for
for.
a girl to come up to me and be like, yo, I don't. That's not what I do.
Nah, not at all.
But you would hear like female style records because
Correct.
that's just part of life. But
True indeed.
that's not what I am. I'm not. I'm not LL Cool J, nigga. I'm not gonna
Nah.
take off my shirt and
Yeah,
be
that's not
out
what I
here
do.
trying to bag your girl and make your girl be like, oh my god, I love Eng Bang. Nah, that's not what I do. Son. You know what I mean? Look, man, look. I gotta introduce y'all to the owner of the shop that I work out, son. This is my
Absolutely.
saying he be holding
Peace,
me down.
King.
Yo,
What up, brother? Yeah,
Coolin'. How you feeling, man?
good, good. I just heard the end of that conversation, and I listen. I'm doing everybody a favor. You don't want to see this man without a shirt.
He said he's
yeah,
saving us.
yeah, because he know, like, oh, they gonna be like, oh, this nigga work out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah. I'm the chubby good nigga.
Yeah, come on.
Call me the chubby good nigga, the chubby nigga that work out. Shit, I get nigga.
Come on,
Still
Philly.
my push-ups. You
Come
know what I'm
on.
saying?
Yep. Health is
All
wealth.
that shit that I used to spit to y'all.
Yeah, true
Yo, do your
indeed.
push-ups, son.
Facts.
Do your pull-ups, son.
Facts.
Know what I
Facts.
mean? Yeah.
Absolutely. Come on, loved one. Come
Come
on, loved
on,
one. That's
B.
why we doing it now. That's why
Know
we
what I
doing it.
mean?
Yo, it's we prolonging our life. You know what I
That's
mean?
what I'm doing.
Come on, we prolonging life because our community's been destroyed by a lot of a lot of false narratives that we fell victim to. Like
Niggas
the
drinking mad
drugs.
juice and
Come on,
McDonald's. They just
food
feeding you all
terrible.
this bullshit. And
Yep.
now you 40 years old looking like you fucking a clump.
Come on, man.
Now
Nah,
me, I'm
not at all.
52.
Come
I
on,
was,
loved one.
it's, funny. I was talking to this young boy. I was at the studio and shit, and he talking to me like we equals. Like, yo, son, yo. It was funny because in the conversation, I caught a lot of bros. I caught a
Mm.
lot of my guys. I caught a lot of you already know what it is.
Yep.
My G.
Yep.
I told a nigga like, yo, my nigga, I'm not a blood, son. I might
Mm-hmm.
come across as
Yeah.
like I'm involved with something, but
True
I'm
indeed.
not a gang member, my
Not a
nigga.
gang
I'm a
member.
New
Not at
York
all.
nigga.
Not at
I'm from
all.
New York, bro. Like that's what I
Yeah, that's what it
represent.
is.
I die.
Absolutely.
I don't do that. I'm
Nah,
not
some of the
knocking nobody.
that's not what I
I
do
just
though.
don't do that.
Absolutely.
So he was like, well, yo, where you from? And I'm telling him, duh, duh, duh. So when we talking, obviously our age is gapped out. So he said,
Yeah.
how old is you, son? I said, yo, I'm 52. He's like,
Sat him back
oh
in the
shit,
seat.
oh. I'm like, damn, bro. Why you do that, dude? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Made me feel like,
Yep.
nah, this nigga just try to boot me out the whip.
Yeah.
Now I'm on. Now I'm
Yeah.
on. I'm older than you, nigga. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You ain't got no fucking yams in your face, teeth missing and shit. Your skin
Yeah.
look all crazy. I'm on.
Yeah.
Know what I'm
You into
saying? I'm
yep,
I'm
true
big
indeed.
bro.
Yeah.
Why not? Why you ain't calling me bro no more?
Yeah. What
Why
happened to
you ain't
that?
saying my G? Now I'm on.
Really?
Damn, B.
Yeah.
Don't own me, nigga.
Nah. Not at all. You see my youth? Look at me, dog. You wanna see this
Yeah.
youth? Come on,
Then
loved
the nigga
one.
said, yo, and you got braids? I said, I'm going, man. I ain't even want to smoke none of his weed, yo. I'm like,
He
nah,
said I'm off the
I'm like that, nigga.
he's
You
Yeah,
might
bug out, dog.
nigga. He was like, yo, you don't want to hit this on? No,
I got to go.
nah, nigga.
I'm,
I ain't trying to end up like you, nigga.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Oh,
good,
my
God.
feet. You know what I'm saying?
True D.
I wash my face with soap and water, God. I
That's it. I take
don't know
care of
if
myself.
you
Thank you. Thank you.
do. Yo, that's DJ Swish right there. Say what up to the
Swiss,
people,
peace,
y'all.
God. Peace, King.
Peace, love, love, love.
Early.
Everybody that was on the boat, that was the DJ.
True
DJ Swish.
indeed.
He the one
True
who
indeed.
came up with my man came to the barbershop with the equipment, right?
Mm,
Dude I was working with for a long period of time on the
correct.
production team. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't eye to eye right now. But
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
fuck with him like that. You know what I'm saying? My guy.
Correct.
Oh yeah,
And
Absolutely.
this nigga, yo, hold on.
we gonna do another one.
And I'm sitting here listening to the beat like this, and he
Mm-hmm.
caught me perfect time. He said, "Yo, you know, be gangster, son. There's nothing on your paper yet." So he paid attention to what I was doing. Ain't nothing
Yeah.
on your paper yet. He said, "Yo, you should make a birthday record." And
That's
the first
that's
thing
where the
that
birthday
clicked in
record
my
came
head
from.
was, "Is it you?"
Interchangeable. Come out.
Legendary. That right there is a classic. That right there
Yeah,
is a classic.
that
What is
that's
something
my hit.
you listen? What is that? We know that right there. That birthday joint is legendary. What
Yeah,
is one of
that's my
what
hit.
is if you were to single out one of your favorite records, what is it and why?
Um, right now it's gonna be New York City niggas.
Absolutely,
Man,
absolutely.
I
As
really
it's
hate these
Fendi.
niggas.
Yeah, as of right now, that's what it is.
That's what it is right now.
True D. True
I
D. Yeah, that's the
mean,
climate. That's the energy.
that's what it is right now. But I ain't gonna lie, I did a joint with Soul for Real. Know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And that record right there, bro, and I'm gonna tell you the whole ins and outs of it. Know
please
what I'm
do
saying?
so.
'Cause we here, we on this shit. So
Absolutely.
that shit right there, son, it was a record that I did with Soul for Real.
Mm,
And it was the first record that I did by myself because like I said, I was in a group. So
yes, yes, yes.
I never did 316s. I would do a 16
Correct.
or I would come up with
Hook or
with
something.
some not even a hook. I would come up with some
Yeah.
you know
Ah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that
yeah.
for like the bridge of the record.
I
Know what
dig
I
it.
mean? Like
I dig it.
I was like an outfielder. You
Mm.
know what I mean? Not even a shortstop. I was like an outfielder.
True indeed.
And I felt like, yo, I should be the pitcher.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I should be the
Yep.
owner. I should be the pitcher. I should be everything. So I said, fuck
Absolutely.
that. I'm gonna do this record. And
Yep.
I got with Jace from Soul for Real and his brothers, and we came up with this joint. And that shit was like real epic, bro. And
Yeah.
really nobody ever heard it because it never came out. But my mother and my grandmother, we was in Wyoming, Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Yeah.
My mother said, let your nana hear that record.
Correct.
And I played it, son. Me, my nana, my mom, my auntie, my uncle, my brother. We
Man.
was all in the crib dancing, yo, to this record.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And I would say that that's my favorite record because that record was like it meant so much to me at that time and place right there to have my grandmother. Well, I call her my
Man.
nana. To have
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
nana.
Yep.
My mom is always my favorite fan. You know what I'm saying, but
Absolutely.
that go without saying. Like
That's
you
a
could be
fact.
whack and your mom's be like,
She gonna
"This
root you
nigga
on.
fire.
That's my
This nigga
baby.
the illest nigga. It's my baby." But when my nana said, "What made you come up with that?" and
Mm.
who was that singing? And
Mm.
wow, the raps like so it wasn't like she was
She was really
singling
paying
shit
attention.
out like, "Yo,
Yeah.
you killed that." Nah, she
Yeah.
like, "Yo, who was that singing? They sound like
Mm.
they on the radio." And I said,
Wow.
"That's so for real." She said, "Really? How do you know that?"
Yeah.
So it turns into a whole thing. And she was like, "Yo, you really sound good on there.
Yeah.
I really like that."
Yeah.
She said, "Make more of those."
Ah.
And I made a couple more of those, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's where you start hearing like my guys, Mike Murph, still my buddy.
Yeah. True
We got
indeed.
joints, like we got rap joints and singing joints. He's a singer.
Yeah.
but he
Yeah.
can rap. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
He
saying?
yeah. That's a
And
fact.
I got him on that pull up shit too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you. I got that nigga on that pull up shit,
Come on,
son.
family. Let's
Nah,
go.
me. But he's like a super dope platinum friend to have. B, I call this
Yeah.
nigga right now. You know what I'm saying?
And he
It's
pulling up.
crazy because when we talking on the phone,
Yeah.
I like to say, guess who called me? But you don't know who called me, so fuck you gonna guess for. Chief Rocker Busy B. Not
Mmm.
a homicide, but a suicide. Suicide.
Suicide.
He just
Mmm.
hit me and said, yo, the New York joint is crazy, son.
Wow.
Just text me like 15 minutes ago. The
That's
New York
crazy.
joint is crazy. He said, yo,
You,
tell Freddie. I said, what up? Know what I mean? So he liked Fox. So Fox is gonna cook something up for us. So he already
facts.
said he'd do a record with me. So we
Yeah.
just waiting for the right time
True
in the
deep.
universe to do it. But I'm gonna have a you can hear the music. I shout out Busy B a few times, you know what I'm
True
saying?
deep.
It's my guy. I got a lot of good friends that do this industry shit, and
You
they
have an
always say
extensive.
the same thing like, "Yo, I want to see you on this big stage, man.
True
I
deep.
really want to see like your energy and the shit you be saying, like the way
Legendary.
you move, your charisma.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like you do the interviews, you really ask people legit shit. I don't give a fuck
Absolutely.
about yo, you got jumped or this nigga punched you in your
We
face
not worried
or
about none of
broke
that.
up with your wife. I
Nah.
just care about your career to where
Absolutely.
I know you and I stick to that.
Absolutely.
Man. I got Melba Moore like, yo, I love what you do.
True
I got
indeed.
people like Melba Moore telling me I love what you do. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
Adina Howards and all of that, 112s and all of that. So to me, I'll be like, yo, um, Big Kid's son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My guy. He came up to me one day, bro, and said, yo, I want to do a record with you. Felt like I want
Wow.
platinum, son, because I watched this kid grow up. You know what I'm
Grow
saying?
up.
When
Absolutely.
niggas, when everybody was talking about lanes and
Yep.
shit like
Yep.
that, taking it back,
Yep.
Glen Cole, black gloves and
Absolutely.
all of that. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact. Come on.
I watched this kid grow up, B. You
True indeed.
know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Come home. I'm cutting his
That's
hair, cutting
that's a
all y'all hair, bro.
yep.
You know, y'all
That's a
come
fact.
home. First haircuts and all that.
Yep.
So to see y'all on this level and y'all look at me like an equal, I want platinum, son.
True indeed.
I'm saying not as platinum is like how the world go,
Yeah.
but platinum as far as me.
In
Know
your
what I
heart
mean?
and life.
Fucking platinum, son.
You solidify. You been that. And
Yeah,
that's
I
the
don't need nothing. I
and
got
that's the
everything. Fuck
you
I
got
need.
everything. And your hands are extended to a lot of people. And I keep referencing this because not only where you grew up at and because you
Mm-hmm.
impacted all of us, right? But you have a lot of industry friends and a lot of
Yeah.
industry associates that you deal with that love you, that give you those same calls now. Say, yo, I see what you're doing when it comes from your podcast,
Mm-hmm.
live at the barbershop. I mean, you accomplished so much, family, and it's like you have the ability to get in wherever you fit in, make it work, and then when you off it, I'm off it. And that's an attribute that I always want
Yeah.
to continuously highlight because it's a rarity to have your arms extended that far. A lot of people don't have
Mm-hmm.
people that able to show up for them, and the reason why I say that is because it comes with a level of trust. People trust you, and that trust goes beyond because people don't. You think about, okay, you got a lot of industry friends, right? How many times have they got messed over in the industry or seen industry people that they dealt with that they don't even consider as friends
Yeah.
or people that they don't want to deal with, and
Yeah.
you being someone that they call in moments like this, see what you're doing, call you and say, yo, I still see what you're doing, I
Yeah.
love what you're doing, whatever you need me, I'll be here. That is power, bro.
Look at my man Graf.
Yup.
That's my
Graph
brother,
legendary.
son. Graf, my
That's a
brother.
fact.
His
Yup.
manager is my brother. You know what I'm saying? Max Wayne.
Mm.
I called Max Wayne and told him like, yo, I'm about to start this live at the barbershop back up. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So I
Facts.
ain't do no interviews, no episodes, no nothing yet. I told him like, yo, I'm saying me and Chaz is sitting down and Chaz is helping me out. It's Chaz Williams, rest in peace, Chaz Williams.
RP.
He helping me get it like a radio format. Like you got to
Correct.
stick to a format. You come
Mm.
here, you come in with your introduction. You know what
True
I'm
D.
saying? Dudes will wolf start here and break it down to right now. Stay off
Yep.
these topics. Don't get people on to be like, yo, what the fuck you just like?
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
that. So
Yup.
he gave me a lot of knowledge.
Correct.
Yo, I used to follow Graph around, son, like with the camera, B.
Camera
You know
game.
what
Yup.
I'm saying? Cameraman
Absolutely.
shit. I'm a
Absolutely.
rapper though, but I'm
Yup.
cameraman because, like I said before, I told you the other night,
Yup.
I ain't had nothing to say at the time. So
Yup.
I'm just like, that shit is whack. If you ain't got nothing to say, don't get on
Don't
that
say
mic
nothing.
and say no dumb shit. How
Nope.
you gonna body a nigga or how you gonna get this bricks and
No.
nobody believed that shit because you
At
don't
all.
believe it.
At
So
all.
I didn't believe it at the time. So that's why I stopped making music at the time because
Yeah.
I didn't believe it. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? I didn't believe that I was equal to what these niggas were saying. And
Yeah.
niggas try to be like, nah, don't say that, God. No, I'm being real. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
These niggas is
Yup.
talking about bodying niggas and selling bricks and pushing fucking Ferraris. I ain't got none of that shit.
Not
So
at all.
fucking talk about that shit for.
Yeah, it don't make
I
sense.
ain't had nothing to say at the time, but I had something to ask somebody,
Yup.
and Chad helped me out. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when I did the first joint, I had called Graph and shit. I shouldn't even tell this story, but I love Graph. So that's my business.
True D. True
Yo,
D.
the nigga hit me with the Hollywood shit because he was on fucking Love and Hip Hop at the time.
True D.
So I call a nigga. I'm like, yo, what up, yo? He's like, yo, what up? I'm like, what's good, nigga? He's like, I'm chilling. Like, who this? I said, it's Mun. He said, Mun who? I said, it's Mun, nigga.
Yeah.
He said, Mun from where? I said, it's Mun, nigga. It's
Yeah.
Mun.
That's
Nigga.
it. One.
He said, Mun. I only know one Mun, and that's who it
That's
is, nigga. And then he
yeah.
started
That's it.
laughing and shit. I ain't described nothing. It's Mun, nigga.
True D.
So he
True
like, all right,
D.
cool, cool. And I told him what I'm doing and shit. So he's like, I fuck with it, nigga. I'm like, yo,
Absolutely.
so when you want to do it? He was like, shit, just hit me, nigga. I'm hitting
That's a
you
fact.
now.
This the alley oop, right?
That was the
Yeah.
Hollywood. So you gotta know when a nigga Hollywood talking to you,
Yeah.
B.
Hit me
So
when
I
you
called
ready.
Max Payne like, yo, son. He said, yo, he Hollywood you. I was like, yo, he
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Stiff on me. Oh.
I said, yo, grab Hollywood at me, son. He's like, yo,
Yeah.
hit me, let me know, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm,
We
I'm
know.
here.
I'll
Hitting
be
you,
hitting you
nigga. That's why I'm on the phone.
right
Hit me
now.
though. Hit me back.
Hit me though.
I already knew what it was. I'm gonna call you back. That shit gonna say.
Oh, that's a beautiful.
You got
Yo,
brick.
story. Yo, the stories are memorable. Listen, when you did the what is a dream collab that you wish you could have gotten done that you haven't done?
Um, Big Daddy Kane.
Mm,
Big Daddy Kane. Talk some shit with the nigga LL Cool J.
true indeed.
You know what I mean? Sit down and chop it up with LL.
Yeah.
But do a record with Big Daddy Kane. Chop it up with LL. And yeah, go to like some Grammy type situation
Mm,
and be in that room. You know
I
what I
dig it.
mean?
I dig it.
Those are like three
Bucket list
things I
joints.
want to do. I want to do a
Absolutely.
record with Big Daddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I done met Rock
Rakim.
Hughes and all of that, but I want to do a record with Big Daddy Kane. That's a guy that like when I was young, my whole swag was
Kane.
pretty much it wasn't a copycat. It was my
Yeah.
shit, but
Yeah. Put a
I
little
took
twist
it
on
from
it.
him.
Yeah. He smooth cat, dog.
Yeah, I took that shit from him
Yeah.
and made it my shit.
True indeed.
And
Yeah.
then
He a smooth
LL,
cat.
like I just think LL is like if you could have like a superhero
Yeah.
of rappers,
Yeah.
I think LL is like a superhero rapper because he got the swag, he got the jewelry, got the cars, he
Facts.
got the records with females and hard records.
Word. He
He'll
got it
battle
all.
anybody. He don't like nobody talking no kind of slick
Nah,
talk.
he
He
with
gonna
it. He
talk
with it.
that
Off the rip.
snap. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So you got some size on him.
Yeah. Yeah. Fitness.
I always felt like that nigga's like
He the goat for
shit.
real.
Yeah, and that
He the
see,
goat.
I pick up on that shit.
Yeah.
How do you stay relevant when you ain't really in that space?
Yeah.
You know what I
He
mean?
keeps it.
I'm not in
Yep.
the space of these young guys, but these young
Nah.
guys look at me and they be like, yo, that's dumb out. I
That's a
walk in
fact.
parties, they be like, yo, dumb out in the building.
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, I didn't ask that nigga to say that. He's
Nope.
saying it because he really got love
Feel
for
that.
me. But
Absolutely.
I'm not his age. I got kids these niggas'
Yep.
age.
True indeed.
So they don't look at me like a pops. They just look at
That
me as, yo, that's Ang Bang Dumb Out.
dumb out. Absolutely.
And that's what I love, you know what I'm saying? The niggas
Facts.
ain't calling me on.
Nah.
Niggas ain't calling
Nah.
me big bro.
Not at all.
Nah,
Nah.
they call me Dumb Out.
Absolutely.
They call me Ang Bang, you know what I'm saying? They
Abs-
speak to me by my name. And that's what I love, you know what I'm saying? And I
True
feel
indeed.
that that's what LL did to the game, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo,
Facts.
this nigga was fucking rapping when niggas was,
Pop locking. Ooh. Hey. Come on,
and
love
he's
one.
still relevant.
Yeah. Yeah. True indeed.
Roll up, son. You roll up, son? This is my guy right here, son. I got real knives.
What's happening?
Peace,
My
King.
guy
What's
right
the
here.
word?
This the dread.
Coolin'. How you feeling?
Hey, nothing. Cooling out, jeez.
He got a
Everything
cameo
healthy.
on the Gorilla Mafia album. I ain't dropped it yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my
Let's do
brother-in-law,
it.
son.
Yeah. Yeah. I need that
This
drop.
nigga shaped like a tank right here, too. You can't see it.
Yeah. I
This nigga
see.
be doing like mad push-ups in the
I can
shop. I'm
see.
like,
I see the shoulder action already.
You know what I'm saying?
I can tell you to tell the guard Brocky.
that's my brother right there. That's Shane.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
man.
Yo, I know you know, loved one, but do you see the energy you got around you all day? I know you recognize it, but do you ever embellish in the moment and say, "Yo, man," even though you
I do
know,
this shit.
yeah, that's a fact. Like, do you
Yeah.
embellish in that and say, you know what, yo, I'm one of them ones. I know you know it because it shows,
Yeah.
like you say, in the charisma. But the thing is, like, when you put so much work in, and sometimes I know when you put a lot of work in, and maybe sometimes it may come across your mind, is did I get my just due? Right?
Mhm.
Out of all the people you helped, out of all the doors you might have opened, out of all the sacrifices that you may have taken, um, sometimes I know because I've been in there, I've been in a position before, right, where I felt like some of the same individuals I went out on a limb for that I gave the shirt off the back
Won't do
30
it, vice
times,
versa.
and I didn't see that, and there are times where I had to grow out of that because there was times where I was bitter, not because of not
I
even
jumped in front of guns. You know what I'm saying?
yeah
Jumped in front of guns for niggas. I had a nigga that's a killer. This nigga's a killer.
yeah
I was about to roof my man.
mm,
This nigga put the shit to my chest, son.
wow
And I was like, man, I'll blow you away, nigga. You
whoa
protecting this nigga? Fuck wrong with you, nigga? I said,
mm,
nigga, I'm not gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, damn, I could have did this and I could have did that. So
yeah
that's what I'm telling you, bro. It ain't worth it, son.
absolutely
You gotta do what you ever gotta do to me, my nigga. But I ain't
facts
gonna watch you kill my nigga in front of me, bro. And now I
wow
gotta live with this shit forever and say I could have did this and could have did that.
mm,
Don't you know that nigga hugged me, bro?
wow
Put down the gun and hug me, son. I'm like, yo, you a different type nigga, son. You's a dumb nigga, but you's a different type nigga.
yeah
I didn't feel I was dumb.
nah you just did what was right and in your heart.
I just did it right. I wasn't gonna watch him shoot my man in front of me, B. I wasn't
Not
gonna
at
do that.
all.
You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
But then to watch my man thank somebody else,
Mm.
like you said, do you sometimes niggas will praise you, sometimes niggas won't.
Yeah,
You just take it on the chin. But I know I
absolutely.
did the right thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
I got
counts.
a few of those, even with
Yeah,
my brother. You know what I'm saying?
true indeed.
Peace, peace, peace,
Peace,
peace. Talk
God.
to the
Early.
king,
Yes,
man. I
sir.
might be one of the least niggas on the totem pole that he'll listen to. That's a
Yeah,
fact. But he know
true indeed.
I ain't gonna say nothing
Yeah, ain't gonna steer
wrong,
you wrong.
crazy. Nah, son, you was wrong, son.
That's a
Peace to
fact.
the gods, man. This my
Peace to the
brother.
gods.
This the nigga I'm always with right here.
Absolutely. Unlimited
Twizzy
love,
squad.
family.
Tough like leather, baby. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Leather.
What's good, world?
Yo, man.
Yeah,
Yo,
that's
man,
the
I
world
commend
right
you,
there,
God.
son. I see. It's
Yes,
my God
sir.
podcast.
So what
Interviewing me and shit.
Early,
Tell him
early.
name, son. Tell him
Well, get
Oh
everything.
yeah, so yeah, my name. Say it again, God.
I said, let me know your podcast and everything so I
Oh
can
yeah, yeah. So the podcast you check it out on YouTube is it's called Respectfully Great. So you put at Respectfully Great on YouTube, one word, it'll pop up. My name, my regular name is Johnny B, but I started the podcast lane. That's where I'm at. And my whole premise is talking about growth and development, how it affects our communities, how it affects you, what things you can add, take away from, and pretty much detail your story because it's important for us to look like one
So
another
yo,
and also
hold on. My
talk
bad.
to.
Hold on. Let me not cut
Yeah,
you
yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah.
Tell me again one more time. I'm gonna snap it so I can put it on my Instagram and all that, so the world can
Absolutely.
see too.
Automatic, God.
Yo,
At
everybody know this nigga Reed.
True indeed, family. Oh
Word.
yeah, we definitely gonna
I asked
tap
you on
in.
my Instagram. Word.
Oh yeah,
You
true
ready,
indeed. So I'm
bro?
a
Go ahead. Peace to
yeah.
the God.
Peace to the gods.
Talk to him, Reed.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so my Instagram handle is the real Johnny Reed on Instagram. You go to YouTube at respectfully great one word. You go there, you check all the interviews. You go in there, you go to respectfullygreat.com. I got merchandise, I got shirts, hoodies, socks, enamel pins. I got blogs on that, blog post every week. I pretty much geared around growth and development. So the brand is called Respectfully Great. And the reason why I say Respectfully Great, because I want to highlight the respect being number one and letting you know as a person, as an entity, somebody that got tremendous autonomy. When you choose to have that autonomy over self, you being that one, you be that God, you be that supreme. And I want to make that relevance to you. Make sure that you know that. Whether anybody else tell you, I want you to move around like that. I want you to wear the garment. I want you to have the clothing on. I want you to establish yourself as somebody that's worthy of. So anybody that tell you that you ain't, you opposer of that off the rip because you walk like it, you talk like it, you move like it, you embody it, the mind state, the mindset. So that's pretty much where we doing on this platform, where we going, and every day it's just a constant growth and development, learning what to do, what not to do, trial and error, learn from other people's stories. This is why we do it, because you can walk down the path and not make that wrong judgment based off some what the wisdom somebody else already shed on you. So that's where we at with it.
That's what's up. Peace, peace, peace.
Peace, God. Absolutely.
Word.
Unlimited love, family. I appreciate you for putting me up there like that too. Absolutely.
Come on, God. We gotta look out for each other, man. You already know.
Absolutely.
Word.
Constant
That's all
cipher.
we got, baby. That's all
True
we got.
indeed.
Especially in this world, man. World
That's a
is wicked
fact.
right now. Especially with Donald Trump
Absolutely.
running up in this motherfucker. Word. But we ain't
That's
gonna do all
offended.
that. You already know.
True indeed. Unlimited love, God.
That's a fact.
That's what we
Early.
do,
I
bro.
appreciate that,
Yo, what
King.
the fuck autonomy mean, B?
Autonomy is
Like I
being
said, I got 2 ears, one mouth, so I
yeah,
listen.
yeah, absolutely. So when you
I'm
say
like, I never
autonomy,
heard
right?
that word before.
Yeah. So autonomy is having sovereignty over self, meaning that you got governance, you got total governance over self, meaning that there's nobody above you. So when you say I got autonomy over something, and you say I have autonomy, meaning that I'm the ruler, I'm the supreme, I'm the one, that there's nothing above me. Yeah,
Mm.
so if somebody say they got autonomy over something or a thing in particular that has autonomy over that, or I have autonomy over me, meaning that I'm self-governed. Almost like somebody say they're a sovereign citizen, meaning that they control self, right? That's what the that's what the terminology means when you say I have autonomy. That it just means that you embody the supreme everything. Everything, nothing's above you, in a sense.
You gonna hear that in a sentence or two from me. You
Absolutely,
might hear it in a
Bando.
rap or two from me
That's a
too.
Fendi.
You know what I mean? I just
Big
learned stuff,
Fendi.
son.
Absolutely, God.
Word, I just learned stuff.
Yes, yes, sir. Absolutely,
Yo, I
family.
really want to give you your flowers, son, and say thank you, man.
No, thank you, God.
Just want to tell you
Absolutely.
that while we
True
still
indeed,
talking.
family.
I want to say
Yeah.
thank you, man.
Nah, that's real,
You know
family.
what I'm
Nah, that's what we do. Like, get the flowers while we can smell them, and this is why I want to do that, because you impacted my life, and I know not only through conversation, simple conversation, you see how many other people flooded in and said you done the same thing for them. And look,
Yeah,
prime example, the seed that you planted, even with Nook got her own shop.
look got our own shot.
Been
I
and
always
been and
told her
been.
that's the key. The
Come on,
key is
loved
to
one.
own it, not to be a worker.
Not at all. Not at
You know
all.
what I mean? And
Yeah.
Nook took that shit and ran. Every little thing that I showed Nook,
Yep.
she took that shit and ran with it.
It ran.
And you know it's
Yep.
ill. She be giving me my flowers and it feel good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not big on all of that, like receiving shit, but it
Yeah.
feels good when you get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
You
feels
got
like
it.
Merry Christmas.
Absolutely, family. You know
Know
what
what
I
I mean?
learned?
So it feels like Merry Christmas.
That's a fact. You know what I learned? I learned that when the flow of energy, right? It always go to and from. A lot of
Mhm.
times we so much of big givers, because I know you and I know your heart and I know what you have done. you did so much giving, and a lot of times you reject the receiving. And
Yeah.
the currency stops though when we don't allow ourselves to be to receive. You know what I mean? So I want that to be something like a staple um, within our communities. People that got big hearts, people that are givers. I want them to know that they treat you can receive that. Don't stop that flow of frequency because a lot of times we just naturally we just giving, and the way that energy constantly come back around is when we transfer it back and forth. So even when people give it to you, embrace that. It's warranted. It's warranted for the work that you've been doing, hand over fist, cup runneth over. You feel me, God? So
Thank
that's why
you, man.
I want to make that stable, really, 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 because tomorrow's not promised. You dig what I'm saying? So that woulda,
Nigga
coulda,
gave me
shoulda.
3 nuggets, son.
Come on, come on. I got my own.
The nigga said, yo, you alright? You gave me 3 nuggets. Yeah,
I got to pack it in a bowl. You got white babies?
But nigga, it's a joint. Nigga, nigga gave you nothing for a joint.
Yeah.
Yo, I hope I made this fucking podcast
Yo,
better.
you did. Yo, love what I swear, man. I'm
Yo,
a super. Yo, family, I'm super appreciative, God. I mean, I'll be here talking to you forever, and
forever.
I just wanna we gonna
Ask me
definitely make it
something
happen.
good, man, before we go.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. We got the if your if your life if your track list to your life was side A, right? What would the name be, and what would side B be of things that people may not know, and what title would that be? Like if you had side A and B right on a tape, and on the A side from okay, our title is X, Y, and Z.
Side A will be I come from.
Mm, I come from.
Side B will be fuck niggas.
Mm,
Fuck
that's
niggas. All niggas.
mm,
Niggas will hold you back,
pow.
son.
Yup,
Ain't no
they
nigga
do.
holding you back from shit. So I
Nah.
like I'll be like, yo, I really hate these niggas. Cause
Yeah.
I do. I hate
Yeah.
what niggas
Stop.
do.
Yeah.
Stop doing sucker shit.
Yeah.
Like, know what
Move
I'm
like
saying? You see this
move right.
nigga on the news that smacked that little girl? This
No,
nigga
I ain't see
smacked
it.
a 9-year-old girl, bro. Nigga
I
on the
ain't see
news.
that.
Yeah, nigga just smacked the. I'll kill that nigga. Tell him. Tell him what you just told me.
He's gonna get fucked up in jail.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
fact.
Absolutely. That's what's
This
gonna
nigga
happen.
smacked a 9-year-old girl, bro.
That's
But you get
crazy.
niggas that look at niggas and be like, yo, son, that nigga's a shooter.
Yeah.
Yo, that nigga gets money. That's my big bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah.
nigga,
What
you
morals
older
he
than
got?
that nigga.
Yeah.
So if he
Yeah.
got some dollars, you call him the big
Big bro.
homie,
Nah.
big bro. You
Don't
be
work like
like,
that.
that's why I say fuck niggas, son.
Mm-hmm.
Live,
I dig
live
it.
your life. And
Absolutely.
if I had a record that I'd be like, yo, I want that shit to go platinum, it
Yeah.
would be fuck niggas because now the youngsters ain't gotta look at no niggas as nothing.
Yep.
Nah, son, that nigga's not your equal. He's not your nothing. If
Nope.
he ain't giving you something to learn on, bro,
Yep.
fuck that nigga, son.
Absolutely.
And I
It's a
hate to be
fact.
harsh with that, but you
It's
gotta be
reality
like,
though.
bro.
Nah.
And
You telling the truth.
this is what I took in. I ain't never look at nobody. I don't care what you got. I don't care what kind of car you got. Niggas like, yo, son, you see that nigga? Yo, woo, woo, woo. If that was me, I would have got the black joint. Nigga, shut the fuck up,
Yeah.
nigga.
Yeah.
You
Right.
walking.
Yeah. Keep
You
walking.
talking about if you would have. Man,
Yeah.
shut up.
Yeah.
Nobody
We're not talking
says
about
that.
hypothetical.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nigga, shut the fuck
Nah.
up.
We're not talking about hypotheticals. Nah. We're not going there
Like,
with that.
yeah, we talking
We ain't
about
doing
doing
that.
it. He just pulled up.
Absolutely.
Yo, give him his props, son. Say that's a
Absolutely.
nice car, bro.
True indeed.
But that's what niggas gonna do it. And
Nope.
that same nigga will do something to you or make you clap his ass or make you
Yep.
break his jaw. And now
Yep.
you feeling bad like, damn, I ain't even do my man like that. That's why
Yep.
I tell niggas, fuck niggas, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You
True
live a
indeed.
long life if you be like, man, fuck niggas. I don't care about your sneakers. I don't
None of
care
that.
about your belt.
None of
I
that.
don't care about what you do. If you're
Nope.
not taking care of your kids
How do
and
I
being
respect you?
a upstanding dude, stay away from me.
Non-cipher.
Fuck niggas. live a long life.
True D.
Side B,
Dumb
nigga.
out.
I might write that record tonight. Fuck
Absolutely.
niggas. Give me another question, son.
Yeah. Let's go with what do you think was one of the records that you um one of the worst records? You know, we had a great record. Now, what
Yeah.
was one of the records you was like, man, why did I make that record? Is
It was
there
a
one?
couple of them. It
A
was
couple
a
of
couple
joints?
of them.
I
It was a
dig it.
couple of joints like that. Shit.
Mm.
Yeah, it was a
And give me
couple of
give
them.
me give me a reason
I'm trying
behind
to,
one
I'm
of them.
trying to, I'm trying to break it down to one, but I ain't gonna lie. It was a couple of them.
A couple of
I make
joints.
so many records. Like
Yeah,
I think sometimes, like that's why I slowed down right now. I
yeah.
slowed down a lot. I really take my time in making the records that I make now.
Mm,
I try to take like a week or two with the record. I would go in the studio and write to it right then and lay it.
I dig it.
I got pretty good at that. To be
Okay.
like, so I would get the once I got that,
Yeah. The bounce pocket.
and then I just put
Mm,
the words there. So once I get
yep.
that,
Or
and
you
I will
find the
put the
cadence
words.
first.
But
I
that
see where you
that
at.
might be that shit. You ain't saying nothing.
Yeah.
You just talking a bunch of dumb riddles. You making a bunch of punchlines that's adding up to yeah. So I
Yeah.
got a bunch of those records. I ain't gonna hold you.
I dig it. What
I
what
got
what
a
is your
bunch of them.
is there when you create is there must haves in order to get you in the mood to get creative? You know, some people say, yo, I need my loud, I need my drink. Is there a ritual that you
Um,
follow in order to create? Like, is there
nah,
something that you
I'm
do?
just a creative person. So
I dig it.
like this nigga being around me, like I'm outside the booth looking at this nigga. Like
Ah,
I don't need weed or liquor, none of
nothing.
that shit.
Yeah,
Just give
yeah,
me the beat, maybe somebody or two.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Twin D.
saying? And I'll go from there. But if it ain't like nobody around, then I'm gonna need something. So
Mm,
I jump on some 1800 or smoke a blunt or something like that. But
yeah,
I only smoke when I'm like feeling like I want to do something.
yeah,
Like I'm not a smoker like that to be like,
yeah,
yo, I
yeah.
smoke 8 blunts a
All
day.
day. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I smoke
Yeah, it's just a little buzz. Get
like
right.
once or twice here and there to get buzzed.
Yeah, Twin
So
D.
that helps sometimes. But then
Yeah.
you'll find yourself making weed records and shit like that and soul
Yeah,
records. So
yeah. You like,
you
I'm
wanna
off
you
this.
wanna kind of get a wealth. Uh, yeah, what the hell? That shit is
Yeah.
horrible. But
Yeah,
it's a
what the
hit.
hell? It's a hit though.
Well,
It's a
we can
hit.
sit here and talk. Like, yeah, it's
That
like a
yeah,
Trinidad
yeah,
names kind of record. Like,
yeah,
I don't like to say it's horrible. It's just it's not creative.
yeah. Things
I
just to the
don't take
point.
that back. It's not horrible. It's just
Yeah,
it's not creative. And he came up with a hit that wasn't creative.
yeah. Rap for a night. I ain't gonna front. That boy can rap though. He got some joints in his catalog where I heard him. He get busy though.
He get busy, but
He get
just
busy.
that
That
record
record. That record
is
in
the one
particular.
that the world knows now. And
Absolutely.
he was probably in the studio like having such a good
What the
time.
hell he? Fuck it.
What the hell he?
What the hell
And
he?
just talking his shit.
Straight up. Straight up.
And then that was the hit.
And that,
So
and
the
that was
ones
the
that he
one.
took his time on and was like bar for bar, yo,
Wasn't that
bing,
concentrated?
bing, bing, bing.
Yeah.
That
Nah,
ain't
he
what
was.
the people wanted to hear.
Yeah.
They wanted to hear what the hell he,
What the hell he?
what the hell
Absolutely.
he.
Yep.
So it's weird. They're like me, for instance. Like I
Yeah.
wrote the birthday record in the
Correct.
barbershop, smoking fucking like 2 blunts, and we was drinking Tito's that night.
Twin D.
I was
Is
smacked
you?
off of Tito's, and I came up with that. And everywhere I go, people like, "Yo, is it you?
Is it
Is
you?
it
That shit is
you?"
legendary, dog. That shit is legendary. I swear. Between that record, the Shine joint with
Yeah,
Poe, that
shot.
shit is crazy.
I did that with Will Tracks
That shit is legendary
himself.
right there. That shit is
I did, I
hard.
did, I did shine a light on the remix, and
Yeah.
nobody else was like,
Mm.
"Yo, how did you get Will Tracks to get on a
Come
shine a
on, loved
light on
one.
the remix?" But we talking about shine a light on him,
Yeah. Shot. Come on. Hello.
not a good light.
Nah. There. The beam.
Ah, and
Freeze
you heard the
tag.
bars that he said
Come on.
from the Bronx to Long Island and all of that. Like
Come
that's my
on.
guy. And I showed
Absolutely.
him a good time. I brought him to the Medi Spa and got him some treatments over at Lalique Medi Spa. You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on. Absolutely.
Got him
Hospitality.
and all of that. Got him a vitamin infusion and all of that.
Come on.
Um, got him some nice a nice meal
Yes.
and paid him for the record.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then he was like, "Yo, the record is getting a lot of traction."
True
So
indeed.
the record company is like, "Yo," so he was like, "Yo, babe, you gotta change the name." And I'm like, "Ah, man,
Change the
the
name of
record
what?
called Shine a Light on him."
Oh,
That's what it's
shit.
called. He wanted me to change it though. After like months later, when the world is listening to it, he said,
Yeah.
the record company wanted him to change it, but I guess he explained to them like, "Yo,
Why?
this my man, son. Like this nigga is not like no fucking the
Yeah.
typical artist. Like
Yeah,
he
nah.
make
He
records
he's
and
the
he's
other
just a
guy.
well-known person.
True indeed.
That's it. I'm not trying to be signed
Nah.
and on. I just want custom hair, own some property, and
Yeah.
make my music.
Absolutely.
Mind my business.
Yeah.
That's
So
all I
so
want.
true indeed. I better that's good. That's a good. Peace, King. Absolute. Early. That's the homie. Yo, when it come to
Come early. Yeah, come around 12. Or call me when you wake up. Um,
yeah.
Henry,
You now so good. When you stated that that wasn't the goal, right? What did that ever cross your mind to say, you know what? Damn, I wonder if I was a world,
on that time,
yeah. Did
I
that
would
ever?
probably be like Jay-Z or one of them niggas, son.
True indeed.
If I had a few niggas that thought like me and was like, yo,
Absolutely.
I'm a workhorse. I'm a go. I'll
Yeah.
make records.
Yeah. That
So
ain't the
it
problem.
ain't
We
about
do
the
that.
records. It's just
Hand over
about
fist.
you gotta have a team with you that's gonna push the record. Cause
Yeah.
really, like, I make the records for all my people. That's why
True
I make
indeed.
music. I make records for you to be like, yo, man, I heard
I
your
heard that.
shit, man. This is fire. And it makes me feel like the whole world heard it. And I done been around
Absolutely.
video, and I done like for anybody saying no Diddy and all this dumb shit.
Yeah.
Puff was a fucking mogul. Puff
Absolutely.
come up to me and say, "Yo, Mel, I like that ABK shit, but you got to get more mainstream. That's like underground,
Mm.
grind hip hop." He said, "You got a voice, so he's like use it to talk and
Wow.
let people know your your past."
Absolutely.
This is
Puff said
Puff.
that.
You know what I'm
Legendary.
saying?
Puff is a legend. Whatever the man do on his own private, that's his business. When I'm talking
That's
about
his
far as this,
business.
yeah, that's his business. But when you
His
when you
work
when you come
ethic.
to the
He the
industry,
man who gave me a gem. And niggas
absolutely,
didn't even know that he know my name.
that's a fact. That's crazy.
But yeah, I'm from the field.
Come
So
on,
he know my brother.
you
So
know the family. Yup, absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? We was going to the same barber. Mike, shout out to Mike.
Yup.
Mike didn't want to hire me. I wasn't good enough to cut in St. Harold. That's neither here nor there. So get the hell out of here.
What the hell he?
Nice way. What the hell? But yeah, he seen me on 125th, and that's when I was working at Rucker. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm.
worked at Rucker for a nice amount of time, and he seen like everybody like really gravitating towards me, like, yo, that's him right there. That's him
Mm.
right there. That's the
Mm.
barber right there. Cause
Yeah,
you name him, I done seen him cut the hair, whatever.
absolutely.
And we was on 125th. And that's when 125th was
Was
125th.
125th.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
Coke
And
rings
he
and
seen
all that up there.
Mike seen people really gravitate towards me, like, yo, son, that nigga get busy with the clippers, son.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga king of the blowouts, no relax. So he was like,
True
yo,
indeed.
man, maybe me telling you no was really a big yes thing. And I
Mm.
said, hell yeah, 'cause when you told me no, I said, yo, I gotta get good.
Yep.
And I went that good.
Yep.
I
Yep.
mean, so sometimes a no is a yes.
It's a no, it's a yes. Power, the power and no. That's crazy.
And I don't heard no with records. People like, oh, this nigga can't rap.
Yeah.
This nigga's trash. Get him out of here. Who brought him here? And then they see people gravitate towards me. They be like, well, you can sell some records.
Yeah.
You see how quick it goes. You're like, oh, damn, nigga. Like, you just a guy that's listening and you hearing, like, what you don't want to hear.
Yeah.
But shit, somebody want to hear that shit.
Somebody want to hear it? Absolutely.
Somebody want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So Fox always tell me, be yourself, bro. Be
True
yourself, bro.
indeed.
To this day, be yourself, bro.
Absolutely.
Do that ain't bang shit. And
Yeah.
that's what right now. That's what people
That's
love.
that's that's what
So
you
it's
on.
weird how you go through life doing something, and then you start getting the accolades and all of that later. And that's what I'm receiving now. So I'm
Facts.
blessed. I feel
Absolutely.
blessed. My kids,
Yeah.
they be screaming dumb out, and
Come on.
they
Dumb
friends
out.
scream dumb out, and they
Absolutely.
probably like, oh, that's your dad, and you know what I'm
That's a
saying?
50.
So it feels good. Like,
True
you know what I
indeed.
mean? I look at like Nooks, and I look at you, the Els, look at all you guys and be like, damn, son.
Word is
You know what I'm
born.
saying? Exactly what I planned is exactly what happened. You know what I'm
True
saying?
indeed.
And that's what really feels good about hip hop for me.
True indeed.
Exactly what I planned is exactly what happened. I'm still here watching y'all niggas come up, and I
Yep.
can't wait to see one of y'all really
Turn
hit
that
a home
thing up.
run.
Absolutely.
And
Next level.
that's my
True
home
indeed.
run.
That's a fact.
That's like me catching the ball in the stands, like pop,
Like, got it.
ah. I told that nigga hit a home run. I told Dal Oliver's son, yo, get a home run for me today, B. He's like, I got you home. And nigga hit 2 home runs.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Shit like
Come on,
that.
man.
Talking
Shit,
shit
shit.
in the barbershop. Get a
Come
home
on,
run for me.
family.
Hit 2 home runs. He come back like, yeah, I did
Yeah, I
that.
ain't hit
Yeah,
one. I got two.
yeah,
Doubled up on
two.
them.
What's up?
Yeah. It's go.
You know what I mean? Got
I got
guys in the
two.
NBA, all of that. So,
True indeed.
yeah,
I got two more questions I want to ask you.
holla at me.
The first one I want to ask is, if you were to pick one out of the two, being a barber and being a creative behind the mic, which one would you pick and why?
Barber.
Barber. Why is
Barber,
that?
because barbering is my life.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I study. I try to be the best at. I've been around the world. I done cut here in Cheyenne, Wyoming on a military base.
It's crazy.
No money. My mom's like, yo, I'm gonna send you money. I don't need no money.
Yeah,
I'm out here getting money. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
I moved to Glen Cove, didn't know nobody.
Yep.
I had my bicycle, I had my clippers.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I moved to Mondash. I ain't know nobody.
Yep.
Owned the barbershop in Glen Cove. You know what I'm saying? And had a plug in Mexico.
True indeed.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I go to Harlem, I don't know nobody. I don't know nobody in Rucker.
Yep.
I got my clippers, you know what I'm saying? And now niggas talk about, yo, you remember when we was nah,
True indeed.
I wasn't there, bro.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I just feel like you grew up with me, son.
I
Like,
wasn't
you know
there.
what I'm saying? I cut everywhere, B.
True
And
indeed.
that was really my what they say, that was my golden ticket.
Yeah. True indeed.
Cut there was my golden ticket. And I accept that blessing. So
Absolutely.
without cutting hair, ain't no mic.
Mm.
Ain't no nothing
Mm.
without cutting hair. You know what I'm saying? And I always try to be respectful and never try to disrespect nobody.
True
The
indeed.
greatest thing that I heard from cutting hair was this bum nigga I used to cut. He's a fly bum, but he's a bum.
Correct.
Up on drugs and doing worldly things.
Yeah.
He came to me and said, yo, man, you know what's crazy? Is that when I talk to you, you listen, son. He's like, none of these niggas see me, bro. All they see is
Oh.
this. But this nigga
Wow.
was a get money nigga when he was
Correct.
younger. He worked on
Yeah.
Wall
Yeah.
Street with stocks and all of that, and
Yeah.
had a great job and had a ill condo. Like he was lit.
Yep.
Then he wound up on crack and he turned into a bum. So niggas that coming up look at him like a bum. They call him a bum nigga.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm trying to learn something from that bum nigga.
True
That bum
indeed.
nigga ain't bum for no reason. I'm
Not
not
at
trying to
all.
be that bum.
Nope.
So how do I not become that bum? By listening to a bum. So that's
Wow.
why I don't play with drugs.
Nope.
You'll never see me try a drug, son. You know what I'm saying?
True
Because
indeed.
of people like that. You
Individuals
roll up?
like that.
That's a drug.
No, this is different. This is
That's
different.
a drug.
This is different. This ain't cocaine.
That is
This ain't crack. This ain't heroin.
that is a herb.
Is it?
This ain't uppers. This ain't downers.
That is a herb.
Is a
That's
herb.
This
that,
ain't.
that is a plant. That's your girl. That is a plant. That's your girl.
But you see how I didn't smoke on the platform.
True D. True D. That's a
You know what I'm
feed.
saying? You see, I
Here,
didn't.
get me out.
You see, I didn't smoke
I'll break.
Nah, real
because
shit. That's a fact.
that's not what I present to the world. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? We speak, we
Absolutely.
talk about some weed, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be on here
Yeah.
doing.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Can I have
Because
a picture?
I feel niggas need to do less of that
Yeah.
around children. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Show them how to be a man first.
A
You know what I'm
mentor.
saying? And
Mentor.
other things come later.
That's a
Listen
And
fact.
to
then
that.
now you'll learn how to be a dude and
True
be
D.
real dude shit. Like
Absolutely.
you see, it was hard to see me blowing in front of my shop.
Mm.
You had to really work to see me blowing in front of that shop. You had to come out there when
Yep.
it's late, late,
That's a
late.
fact. Real late. Yep. Absolutely.
The nothing was open.
Nope.
Leo's wasn't open.
None of that. Everything was
Why
shut
I do
down.
that? Because I
Chinese
never
food
wanted to
shut
see
down.
Miss Adams. I never
Yep.
wanted to see these people seeing me do
See
that.
you.
So
Absolutely.
when they speak to people, they'll be like, Mel don't do that. Jamel
Yep.
don't do that.
Nope. Yep.
Yeah, because I don't do that in front of people. So you know what I'm saying? I
Nope.
don't, and that's from cut here.
Yep.
I don't do nothing negative in front of nobody, son. That don't need to see it. That's why I always tell
Powerful.
niggas like, in hustling, it all breaks down to hustle, getting a dollar.
Yep.
Like, why you got a nigga that's buying a dime or 20 and you showing him a whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Yeah.
GED stands for?
Yeah.
You feel
What
me?
are you doing? Yep. Absolutely. What are you doing?
And
Yeah.
that right there will save a lot of niggas' lives, son.
Yep.
Cause you would get a nigga that pull out a whole plate and this nigga's buying a dime or 20.
Yep. Yep.
So he's not worth seeing this, bro.
Not
Show
at all.
him
Why you? Yep.
dimes and 20s.
Yep.
Why he gotta see whole things?
That
That nigga
makes
gonna
sense.
tell his mans, yo, my man is
Book
the
season.
plug.
Yep.
And them niggas is gonna run up in there and they gonna
Take
take
everything.
everything. And they
Yep.
might kill him.
Yep.
You know
One
what
or
Word.
two.
Yep.
GED stands for?
What GED stand for?
Get every dollar.
Yeah, every I ain't on that.
Ooh.
GED
I
stands
don't
for
want every dollar. I just
get
want
Nah.
every
my
dollar.
dollars. I want my
Mine.
dollars that are for me.
No, I
Absolutely.
want every dollar.
Nah, not me. Every dollar you want up in the box.
Every dollar.
Sure would.
Every legal
Every dollar
dollar.
you want up in the box. It don't
Absolutely.
matter how you break it down, legal or illegal.
Yeah.
If
I
you
don't need
try to
it
do
all.
everything, you're gonna put yourself in situations we don't need to be.
Am I
Yep.
Just
breaking?
get what's deserved to you. And that's
Absolutely.
how I
Get
look at life.
yours.
Get what's
Yep.
deserved to me. I like
Absolutely.
nice shit. I like nice
Yep.
cars. I like nice
Yep.
crib. I like my kids to look nice. I like
Absolutely.
my kids to go to nice schools.
True indeed.
And I provide that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
What are you driving?
Anything else?
All right.
Look at this little nigga right here, son. Come here, man.
What's
Look at
good,
this nigga.
family?
Show these niggas
What's
the
good,
arms.
God?
Man.
I
This
see
nigga,
Brocky too.
this nigga, yeah, he
Heavy.
rocking his
Okay,
shit, man.
Brocky
I was
season.
telling
I
this
see you,
little
love
nigga, yo,
one.
save me a 45, son.
Save me some
Save
plates.
me a 45, son. He got all the 45s, man.
True indeed. True indeed.
What's
My
the
last
last
question.
question, son?
My last question for you, family. What does family mean to you?
Everything.
Life. Like I said, my nana, I show you right here.
Mm-hmm.
It say Octavia on right there.
Correct.
Octavia. There's been a Clara Octavia in my family. Um, my great grandmother's name is Clara Octavia. My great grandmother's name is Clara Octavia. My nana's name is Clara Octavia. My
Wow.
mother's name is Clara Octavia.
Wow.
My baby girl's name is Cheyenne Tavia.
I'm gonna go.
Octavia.
I can't do
Word, you know
that.
what I'm saying? So
Generational, dog.
so for me, family means everything.
Do I need
I
more?
look at that's good. That's good. I look at Laisha,
Yep.
her face is my face.
Absolutely.
I made that. I look at
Absolutely.
Jamel, his face is my face.
Yep.
I look at my son Jaga, everybody be like, yo, he's the best side of you.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Look at my baby girl's a superstar.
Yep.
You say that's the best side of you.
Yep.
That's all family, son.
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So they not gonna talk about me good the way I talk about my dad,
Mm.
Big Bob. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They're not gonna talk about my mom being a Black Panther, teaching me everything, and then teaching me the word of God.
Yep.
Same time, you know what I'm saying? Teaching me
Absolutely.
how to move when I'm around wolves.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like things to do, things not to do, where to go, where not to be. That's all family. You know what I'm
True
saying?
indeed.
So you could listen if you want to or not, but it's always gonna bite you in the end.
Mm.
So to listen to a elder, you're gonna get some fruit. So I tell
Absolutely.
people, yo, eat some fruit.
Yep.
And that's through family. I
True
mean,
indeed.
because they already did it.
Yep.
Anything you trying to do, they done did. You
Yep.
want to be a hoe? You think your mom's wasn't a hoe? Or you
Yep.
want to be a gangster? You think your pops was a gangster? You think your pops ain't never shot nobody or broke somebody's jaw?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But a nigga see that old person be like, man, fuck that faggot ass nigga. Because he
Mm-hmm.
ain't got no guidance. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? He
Yep.
don't have no family structure. He don't
Mm.
look at his dad like a superhero. He look at his
Yep.
dad like a nigga from around the corner.
Yep.
And I really hate that. When niggas speak like that around they family,
No
I hate
good.
that with passion. Because one thing you never gonna hear me is disrespect my family
Yep.
openly or disrespect my friends openly.
Openly. True
I
indeed.
tell them to the face,
Absolutely.
like Twin. He did
Yep.
some dumb shit.
Some shit. Yeah.
I told him he was wrong. But
Absolutely.
I ain't gonna say that to nobody except
Yep.
him. You
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
I think that all comes from family structure, bro. You know what I'm
True indeed.
saying? It's how to be a man, and then I said how to teach men
I teach men.
how to be men.
Absolutely.
Dumb out, get it?
Down my loved one. Oh man, tell everybody where they can catch you at.
Yo, y'all
Your
type in,
handles.
y'all Google me. Ang bang
Absolutely.
dumb out. I spell it D. Um, I'm fucked up, son. But it's double M's, nigga. You
Double M. D
know
U
what I
M
mean?
M O.
Help me.
Yep. O U
DUMMOUT.
T. Them
I
out.
got smacked
Absolutely.
on your situation, Fred. You know what I mean? D
Yo.
U O M M O U T. And a
Absolutely.
lot of people they come up to me and they ask questions. So they like, yo, that ain't how you spell dumb out. I'm like, yeah, I've been to school. I got
Yeah.
college degrees and all that. I know how to
Yeah.
spell like dumb out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, it's a reason why it's double M's.
Mm.
Because when I wasn't doing nothing, I wasn't doing no podcasts. I wasn't doing
Yep.
no interviews. I wasn't doing no hip hop. I wasn't doing nothing. I was just being a barber and
Right.
just using space. I like to
Yeah.
call it using space at the time. And my family member Marlon came up to me and was like, "Yo, why you stop?" And I told him, he was like, "That ain't a good excuse." He's like, "Yo, you gotta get back
Mm.
and be yourself, bro." He's like, "Yo, you starting to get a little like
Mm.
older in the face. You looking like you not happy."
Mm.
And boom, I went to the studio and my man Bishop, real nigga. That's my
Yeah.
man Bishop, son. Real nigga, son.
True
That's my
indeed.
friend. I
Absolutely.
would let him hear the records and I would let Will hear the records.
Mm.
And they would tell me, nah,
This
nah,
it? This ain't it.
nah, that ain't it. And that's why I said I got a lot of those because I had to get my timing. So I got this little nigga named Jesse, and
Correct.
he ran this thing where he had people come perform. Know
Mm.
what I mean? So they perform and they do their shit, and he
True
would have
indeed.
me come through and host it,
Ah, like showcases.
showcases. So
Absolutely.
I would host the showcases,
Dig it.
and that's where I got my timing back. Bang,
Mm.
bang,
Start getting
bang,
pocket.
bang.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now it ain't dumb out, it's dumb out.
Mm.
Double M's for what?
Double
That's
M.
why it's double M because
Double M's.
Cuzzo brought me back in the game, son. And
Yep.
it feels real good, B. If it feels good to be where I'm at. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And even to tell him that, to say
True
thank
indeed.
you for bringing me back, son. You know what I'm saying?
True indeed.
You brought me back from fucking a fossil, my nigga.
Yeah.
I was a fossil, son. I was when I started rapping at first, I was saying some
Ah.
dumb shit.
Yeah. Training wheels. You had to get back.
Had to go on training wheels.
Mm.
Niggas was pushing me down the block. Like, nah, don't
This ain't
say
it.
that. No,
Yep.
that ain't it. You said young niggas and all that. Nah, you gonna make them niggas feel like you
Some type of way.
exaggerating.
Yeah.
So now records start coming, and
Ah.
now I start grinding, and
Yeah.
I'm making 3 and 4 records a day.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
True
And now
indeed.
this shit starting to sound like muscles. Now it's like when you hear it, you like, oh, you
Okay.
got
It's
some
that
pop
bounce.
to it. You got some
Yeah.
soul to it. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey. Come
you
on,
like,
love
oh,
one.
I can hear 'em. And now
Yeah.
you hear me on the radio and you know what I'm saying, rocking out with this biscuit. You know what I'm
True
saying?
indeed.
So
Absolutely.
people see it, they be like, damn, son, this nigga made it.
Mm-hmm.
I just made it for myself. You know what
True
I'm
indeed.
saying? I work real hard. I ain't gonna leave that out. I work really hard to get
Absolutely.
where I'm at. And I like where I'm at. And
True indeed.
I make records with the best of them. You see, I'm making
Yes.
records with Bumpy Knuckles.
Come
You know what I'm
on.
saying? Like hip hop greats. I
Come
got
on.
niggas like fucking the Chief Rocker, Busy B,
Yeah. Yep.
texted me
Chief
telling
Rocker.
me that record was dope. When he heard birthday, he said, yo, is it you?
Is it you?
That's a real statement. It's
Real
hard to have
shit.
statements to say,
Mm.
is it you? That's a t-shirt. You can sell that.
Yeah.
Nigga
Real. Yup.
trademark that like bling bling. You
Come on, loved one.
know what I'm saying? So
Come on.
I'm blessed to have those kind of accolades. If I
That's a
go to
fact.
today or tomorrow, motherfuckers can really be like, yo, well, one thing though, and they got a hell of a catalog. You can
Yeah.
try to do like
Heavy.
a verses and all that dumb shit with me. You just
Yup.
gonna lose. Cause I just got too many records. I'm gonna put on
Too
records
many.
with Mike Murph. I'm
Come
gonna put
on.
on records with fucking, you know what I'm saying? So for real, many of them. Me and Jace got a ton of records that I got a Jamaican record with Jace that I never even put out. And the
Wow.
shit is a smasher. And it's like one of them nice
Hey. Yeah.
joints.
One of them.
Where
One
you
of them
want to
ones.
see
Yeah. We need.
like,
Yeah. We need that. We need that. We need that. We need that.
I got everything. I
Yeah.
got
We need
everything.
that.
I just like to make
Absolutely.
music. And I just want to say thank you for having me here so I can
Absolutely,
speak
loved
my
one.
my shit. I'm saying
Absolutely.
it was dope to get the phone call from you and say, yo, bang,
Yeah. Need you.
I'm doing this, you gonna come on. I said, I'm with it. Let's
Come
do it.
on.
And then
Automatic.
we
For sure.
talked the other night. We was on the phone for like an hour and a half,
Come
son.
on, man.
This is a pre-interview.
Come on.
Did you
Regular.
take that? Did you
Come
take
on.
that?
I should have. I should have, dog. Did you get that one?
Did you get was it
Did you?
you?
Was it you?
Yeah. Cause you fucked me up when you said my brother's name, son. You had me ready to really cry, bro. When you was like, "Yo, Ron, I know your brother knowledge," and I'm like, and it was in conversation, and I
Yeah.
said, "Yo, bro, thank you, man, because you really did your homework, son.
Absolutely, loved one.
You ain't have me on here just rambling, just asking me
That's a
some dumb. Like,
nah.
nah, you really did your homework, the stuff that resonate with me,
Absolutely.
and resonate with you. So
Absolutely, loved one.
that's why this interview gonna mean something. Niggas in the
Absolutely.
hood gonna hear it.
True
And
indeed.
everything that's spoken was the truth. And
Absolutely.
I didn't say your name.
Yep.
It ain't like that.
Ain't like
Huh?
that. Yeah.
But it is what it is. So
Yeah, I love you for that, family. Absolutely,
when you
God.
say where you from, I say Grimy City all
Come on,
day.
man. Yeah.
Come out, Vic. That shit
Bricks,
goes
dumb out.
1-on-one. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The bricks. I talk
Money
about
earning.
money
Come on.
earning. I
Come
talk
on, man.
about Queens. You know what I'm
Harlem.
saying? So yeah,
We
Harlem.
global,
Harlem all
dog. We
day.
global,
Like
family.
I'm a
Come
Harlem
on.
baby.
Come on, dog.
155th. You know what I'm
Come on,
saying?
family.
So the world is this big,
Yeah.
and I be everywhere. Everywhere I go, somebody know me. I go to Jamaica, niggas like, yo, bang. I went to Essence one time, real quick
Yeah.
story,
Yeah, yep.
and I'm walking down the block and
The
shit.
festival, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yo, Mel, yo, Mel, yo, Mel. Like, fuck. My wife said they calling your name. I said, yeah, hell, what the fuck are you calling me for? No, nobody out here. I look
Yeah.
up, it's my man, Chala, Pretty Black Entertainment.
Wow.
Like, what up, nigga? I'm coming downstairs. And this been my friend since I was 4 years old, bro. And we
Wow.
share birthdays the same way me and Nook share birthday. I mean, we share
That's crazy.
birthdays. So we still thick as thieves, B.
That's a
And
fact.
that's it. Chaz will always tell me, That shit says a lot for your character. He wouldn't
Mm.
call me no little this and no little that.
None of
He
that.
called me money. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Money
Yup.
says a lot for your character.
That's a
And this is
fact.
Chad Williams, American Gangster, that we
Yeah,
talking about.
America. Yup. Bank robber. Yup.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
And
offended.
I would go to the crib and he would come to my crib and really we would have conversation and he would be like, nah, it says a lot for your character, man. Because most niggas that are at the level where I'm at, they would be like, I can't fuck with niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, niggas can't fuck with you.
Absolutely. That's what it is. Absolutely. So
So
true,
I never
family.
changed up. I'm still, I told somebody today, I see this girl walk, I was like, and my man see he start dying. I've been married to the other stuff. I was still a dummy, son. I'm like, I ain't told you, girl, but I just did it.
Yeah.
Yo, my man said, yo, son, you like a third grade nigga. So I'm gonna be a kid forever, son. You know what I'm
Absolutely,
saying?
man. The
I'm gonna
heart.
be a kid
Absolutely.
forever. And I
That's
just want to say
offended,
thank
family.
you. I love you.
Thank you,
You
God. I
already
love you
know what
more,
it
family.
is. So y'all
Absolutely,
want
loved
to check
one.
me out? Y'all could go to YouTube and you type in Live Shot Talk, all one word, Live
Absolutely.
Shot Talk, and you'll
Yep.
get to my YouTube page.
Yeah.
You want to see me on Instagram? You go to Jamel A. Mill. That's my email too. You want to do some
That's a
records?
fact.
Send them to me, JamelAMill@gmail.com. Whatever you want to do, let's do it. I want to work, let's work. I want to work out, we can work out. You want to get a haircut?
Come get.
Let's do it. Whatever y'all want to do, let's do it. Let's have some fun though. I like to say that first. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Don't call me on no
Yep.
negativity.
Not at
Like
all.
call me on some positive vibe. Y'all want to chop it up. Y'all want to talk about some Black Panthers. And y'all want to talk about whatever. You know what I'm saying? I got a
True indeed.
nice catalog. I ain't got words like my little bro, but I
Nah,
got
we
some
up.
big
Nah.
words too.
Nah, you know.
Love you, kid.
Love you more, family. Absolutely, man. It was a super pleasure, God, and I really want to give you flowers in real time. And I know this. We gonna do this again, Mando. We gonna do this one again.
Well,
Absolutely.
this is 2 hours too.
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
don't
We
know if
was
they gonna.
cooking.
You think they gonna watch 2 hours of me talking shit?
Yeah. Hell, why wouldn't they? You know. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Come on. Is it you?
Is it me? And I just had a birthday that just passed. Is it me? And shout out to everybody that was on that boat. That shit was a dope time. I couldn't even really do the after party. I had to leave early. It was too.
Had to shake
Don
out.
Julio. I don't even like that shit. I like other
Yeah.
type of feelings. I don't like the Don Julio. I don't know about you, but
Yeah. Down
I
Julio.
knew
I
it was
start.
something not right.
Yeah.
You
I
see,
used to
they got
drink.
lawsuits now.
Say it again.
You see, they got lawsuits now.
Yeah, they get.
You ever
I didn't
drink
know
Don
that.
Julio, make you feel like you was drinking because it got all that sugar in it, like a
I didn't
Hennessy.
know that.
Yeah, they not putting the guava nectar. They putting sugar cane in that shit. Psyching niggas
Oh.
out. Psych your mind. So
Yep.
everybody buying that dumb shit. And I
Yeah.
drank 2 bottles on the boat. I was fucked up.
That
I
shit
drink
get you
like
blasted.
1800. I drink
Yeah.
like other types of tequilas. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? So I
Absolutely.
stopped drinking Hennessy some time ago, like 3 years
Correct.
ago. I stopped drinking Hennessy. So
Yeah.
I got way smaller. My face got smaller.
Beautiful
You
thing.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Smoke a
Absolutely.
blunt or two a day.
Yep.
So I'm rolling up this gas. I don't even
Blunt or
like
two to
to
keep the
show
doctor
that.
away.
But this is the end. This is the we already said peace, so this is the end of the interview. So I can show
Is
y'all.
it is. It's over. Don't
I'm about
don't
to
judge
roll up this
me.
Snoop Dogg. This big Khalifa. You know what I'm saying? Hey yo, really on the real,
Yep.
for all jokes. I know this is designed for the youngsters, so I hope they look at this and say, yo, you know what I'm saying? I can get me $1 million crib and all of that, you know what I'm
True
saying?
indeed.
And start from the bottom and do something way more than what one did. You know what I'm saying?
True
So
indeed.
that's the trick is
Yep.
to be me double time. Fuck what I
Absolutely.
did. Do your shit
Yep.
double time. You know what I'm saying? And work
Absolutely.
hard. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of sucker circles and
Yep.
you'll go far. So
True
at the end
indeed.
of the day, I like to say, if you build a tight foundation, your roof won't collapse.
Mm. Bang. Dumb out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Check me out though, you know what I'm saying? I got that motherfucking that shit, nigga.
Yeah,
Check me
absolutely.
out, motherfucker.
In
Don't
real
talk
time.
that shit, nigga. This the end of the interview. I'm gonna talk my shit, nigga. Check me out, nigga. I got that heat, shit. Feel
Yeah.
me? You see this shit like, yo, pull up on me. Pull up on me. I got some records, nigga. The how you rocking your beat, nigga. That new shit ain't
Yeah.
been done out. I got some rockers, nigga.
Yeah,
That
come on.
out here talking that shit. New York
Yeah,
City niggas,
come on.
man. Yeah, I got that energy. So set me up, nigga, and I'm coming. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That
Now I'm going.
Ghost.
Love you, kid.
Love you more, family. Early.
Yo, did I
Time
give you some
out.
nice sound bites?
Early. You got
Bye.
that. Yo, man. Oh man, that was such a beautiful time, man. I'm super, super ecstatic. My brother came on. Um, man, that was super, super powerful, super dope. I'm super, super appreciative. I love all you guys that showed up, stayed with us, and man, go check out Dumb Out, Ang Bang on everything. Big salute.